Hello, hello. How is everybody? Is my head cut off? I don't know. We'll wait. I have to wait till my iPad shows myself so I can readjust the camera. Anyway, hopefully you guys can hear me. I see a couple of people are waiting. I don't know if it started yet because I was having issues trying to start this thing. It's not even coming up on my feed here. So hopefully it shows up in a little bit. Okay, there it is. Wow, is that much of a delay? That's kind of shitty. All right, there's Jason. Hi, Jason. I'm like, what the hell? Okay, good. My head really isn't cut off then, right? I don't think so. Everything looks okay. All right. Welcome to the Capella show. Don't ask me. Don't ask. I'm just coming off a high of the walk that I just had outside before this reading. My God, what a Piscean walk. You guys should totally listen to the song by Led Zeppelin, Going to California. But look up the Sierra Eagleson version. What a brilliant, brilliant rendition of Led Zeppelin's Going to California. I've never heard of this song in my life, but it showed up on my feed a couple of days ago and it blew me away because the lyrics in that song confirmed something that Holy Spirit told me the night before. And I mean almost to the T. Oh my God, did I say that? Anyway, my God set that up. Anyway, it was a mind-blowing thing. And you guys know when I asked God to surprise me, to like take it up a notch, boy, does he deliver. And he really delivered with that song. And then and the Sarah Eagleson version came up and I said, wow, what a beautiful song. So I listened to the Led Zeppelin version, put it in my winter playlist. I said, wow, the Led Zeppelin version is really good too. But man, like the lyrics, it's so Piscean. So on my walk today, I was guided to look up the placements for Robert Plant and Jimmy Page, who are part of Led Zeppelin. And I saw that Robert Plant is a Leo sun, and I'm like, he's got to have a Pisces moon. So when I looked up his chart while on my walk for the beginning of the walk, he has moon in Pisces. I said, there it is. I knew it. Then I had to look up Jimmy Page. I said, what does Jimmy Page have? He's got to have some water somewhere. His moon's in Cancer. Now, what I saw was Jimmy Page has Mars in Gemini, and Robert Plant has Venus in Cancer. I have Venus in Cancer. My guides were telling me not only does that create one of the best passionate sexual relationships you can, intimate, like sexual unions you can have with someone, they were telling me to also represents the union of these two people, right? They're just music artists. What they can create, what they innovate, what they write about, talk about, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be with music, but music is involved. When people with those placements unite to create something, it is mind blowing. It is out there. It is very deep. Okay. It is very, I'm getting like creative genius between two people. Like Jimmy Page brings one thing to the table and Robert Plant brings the other thing. Blam, you have an explosive song or something along this line. So my guides were giving me insight into why Jimmy Page and Robert Plant work so well together and why they've had the success that they've had all these years. But it's not just the success, it's about what they write, how they compose the song. So it's interesting because I was never really a Led Zeppelin fan. But now that I know this about the two members of the band, it's just more mind blowing, and it really explains how genius they write these songs. Right? That's I can't even. There's the words are ineffable. I can't fully delineate the sentiment and the genius of what these two artists bring to the table when it comes to composing songs and writing lyrics and things. They're very, very brilliant people in their own right. So I listened to that song the whole walk, but my gosh, I felt like I was walking on clouds, no joke. And if you've seen the full moon in Virgo out there, it is a beautiful, beautiful moon. Virgo is the opposite of Pisces, so there was a big grounding effect with me being up there in the clouds, but also I'm walking, but I'm having this dream-like effect as I'm walking. It was the most amazing walk I've ever had. I've never felt like I was walking on clouds in my life, but it's the effect of the music I was listening to, right? And the cooler part was, um, with this sun in Pisces now, I was really connecting to my person in a deeper way. And we always do that through song. It's always been like that since day one. But this time around, it was deeper. It was more intimate. It was more heartfelt in a sense. There was a much stronger connection there, with that song. And, I just let it run. And it was the feeling in the heart space and in the soul. It was really amplified. Uh, and for me, if you don't already know, music is my thing. It's been like that since I was a child. Um, so what was interesting is that as I'm listening to Sierra Eagleson's version, I listened to it on Spotify because she has that version on Spotify. If you guys have Spotify, you should go put that in your playlist. Sierra Eagleson's version of "Going to California" by Led Zeppelin. So the interesting thing was, I was thinking about how I so wanted to play guitar when I was a kid. My dad was going to get me lessons, but that never happened. But because God knew I needed to play a string instrument because I was that in love with strings, preferably the guitar, he led me to play the violin. And I was not expecting to be, let alone interested in that instrument, but to play it. But the bigger thing was to play it as well as I did. I did not realize I had a creative talent, innate within me to play that instrument, and I did not have to practice as much to get as good as I did. So, and I'll never forget one of my violin teachers. There's a reason why I'm talking about all this. She needed me to practice this very challenging song, and I didn't practice it. I probably did it the day that she was coming to my house to give me the lessons. And I said, shit, man, she's gonna know. She's gonna kick my ass. She's gonna whack me in the ass with my violin bow. And that's it. She's not gonna be happy because we're preparing for something. And I was the lead violin for the second violins, right? I had that position since the sixth grade, all the way until I graduated from high school with little practice, with little experience. But anyway, she comes over and she's like, okay, let's see what you got. Let's see how you do. And I said, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. And she's going to know. And I sight read that shit. And I played it like a champ. And she said, her name is Miss Kavanaugh. Wow, Jessica, that was beautiful. You really were practicing. And I'm like, with this face. I said, yeah, yeah, okay. She's like, excellent job. Okay, now let's move on to this. And I was like, holy shit, what just happened? But you see, with that, there's a reason why I'm talking about this experience about myself. I was second guessing myself and I was freaking out thinking that I couldn't do it, but it was already within me. Okay. I already had the ability to play that sheet music without practicing it. And it wasn't something like Mary Had a Little Lamb. It wasn't that type of easy shit. It was something that was complicated. Something like a technique that I had to learn, and there's shifting involved. If you ever played anything with string, you know that shifting, you got to get that shit right. It's going to sound off, right? It's not going to sound right. It's going to be completely out of tune. And if you're playing in an orchestra with a group or something, everyone's going to know who it is, and you're going to fuck it up for everybody, right? So it had all this stuff in it, and my teacher was like, she was impressed because I only had a week to practice it. And I didn't practice it until a few hours before she came. I got home from school. I said, oh shit, Jess, you got to do something. And she came a couple hours later or whatever. And I said, what? I let my own guard down, but in a sense where I said, okay, let me just relax. Let me just read the notes. and that was it. But I'm saying this because I was thinking about while I was listening to this Going to California song, and Sierra plays it on acoustic guitar, right? I'm a huge fan of acoustic guitar music. And she, in my mind, I was imagining myself playing the violin accompaniment to that song. And while I was imagining this, I said to myself, I got to put those new strings on my violin, play that song on my Bluetooth speaker, and play what I played in my head to accompany like a second violin type of accompaniment to a harmony to her melody. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And so what was fascinating is that I'm playing this in my head and I already know what that's going to sound like with playing my own instrument, right? So that's a very Piscean thing. It also leads to kind of a self-care thing, like you're doing what you love to do and being really in tune with it, no pun intended. Um, really tapping into these things that bring the sensuality, this passion, so to speak, but something that's very dreamy. It's very watery, but it's also deep at the same time where it gets to your core, right? That's when you're really aligning yourself with your soul and you're really feeling this energy that you're connecting more with the cosmos and you are kind of tapping into something that you probably didn't know you had, right? But anyway, once I hit the go live button, I start channeling and I don't ever plan these things out. I feel it's very dreamy energy today, obviously, because of the transits and we're in Pisces season and um Mercury is in Pisces, but Mercury is detriment in Pisces. However, you can benefit from this by being very poetic with the truth, having this groundedness in your mind, but allowing to have a balance between your head and your heart and being out there in space, out in the clouds type of thing. Very ethereal, right? Um, it's a good time to be writing up things. It's an excellent time for arts, for conjuring up lyrics, music, harmonies, melodies, whatever. Um, but don't let your logical mind get the best of you and start getting all Virgo and saying self-critical. That doesn't sound right. It sounds like shit. That doesn't make any sense. If you listen to that freaking Led Zeppelin song, guys, if you're not really that intellectual, you're gonna read those lyrics and say, "What the fuck are they talking about?" Right? The children of the sun are about to wake. Right? That's very poetic. There's a very deep meaning to that. Talking about I can't get the lyric right, but the punching the gods in the nose is a lyric in that song, right? It's very very genius what they wrote. But if you're putting a logic to it, like what the hell does that mean? That doesn't make any sense. You're not really looking into the true understanding or the true meaning of what they're trying to convey there. This is for you to get out of your logical mind and go into the Piscean world, dreamlands. It's hard to really figure it out from a soul level, from a higher dimensional level, right? It sounds weird to normal people, but not to Piscean people, not to watery people, not to air people who are kind of have a balance with that watery side where it's like, wow, these lyrics are the best lyrics ever because it doesn't make sense to the waking mind. It makes sense to the subconscious. And that's why with music, I'm such a huge proponent of this and why it's a huge part of your connection with your counterpart. Okay. You start to realize a lot of things about your connection for yourself, your person, the connection itself, if I didn't say that already, right? Where these Venusian things start to come in, it's like, and more Neptunian as well, which Neptune rules Pisces. And you're starting to feel more into this love of this weird music. It's always Aquarius. There's also Aquarian energy in there too. Stuff that's way out there, but over time, it's going to make sense to you. It may not make sense to you in the waking world, but when you go way out there into Piscean dreamland, it's going to make a lot more sense to you. Which is why when your person sends you music, I mean songs, you really have to pay attention to the depth of the song. You got to read between the lines. You can't be looking at things, even if a song seems like, oh my God, like they don't love me or something, or like they're walking away. No, you really need to get into the depths of it. You got to get into the soul and not use your logical mind to try and understand what is being conveyed to you. And if you guys are artists or poets or whatever it is, you know, whatever comes to mind right now, especially with these transits, you just write the shit down and let it go. If you go back and reread it, can you imagine if Robert Plant, Jimmy Page would be like, Jimmy would have been like, dude, Robert, like, what the hell is that shit? Like, that doesn't make any sense, right? We're not going to put that out there in a song. No, that's why they worked so well together, because they got each other and they created amazing shit. So it's like you write something down, you sing something, or it's like you come up with something. Don't go back and Virgo it and second guess yourself and be overly critical. Or even if you show it to somebody and they say, "Dude, what the hell is that?" Nobody's gonna listen to that song. Nobody's going to put that out there. Nobody's gonna get it. It's like if you guys, anybody watched the People's Choice Awards, if you saw Lenny Kravitz's speech. I think his song, it's not I Want to Fly Away, it's the other one. Oh God, what's the song that he sings with the lyric woman in there? Yeah, her last name's Kavanaugh. My teacher. I'm just looking at the chat right now. Um, Thanks for the donation, Jason. I saw that before. So Lenny Kravitz, there was a song that he put out there, and the producers and the music companies, record companies were like, that's not going to go anywhere, Lenny. And you're a black guy, a black Jewish guy, because he is part Jewish, singing this song and playing this like rock music, it's not going to fly. It's not going to it's not going to get you any traction. And Lenny said, I don't care. I did it. It makes sense to me. That's all that matters. And they put it out anyway, and it blew up. I think it's American Woman. All right. Or his version, but I think it might have been also I Want to Fly Away or some other song. It might have been the Fly Away song. Either way, Lenny was being told all this bullshit, right? And they're already judging him because of his race, because of his religion, because of his upbringing, whatever it is, his looks, you name it. And the way he writes his lyrics, right? They're like, whatever, dude. He didn't allow that criticism to stop him, right? And this is a huge message for some of you to not allow this criticism to stop you either. When you're coming up with things that don't make any sense, that are very Piscean, right? Virgo is the opposite of Pisces. If I didn't say that already, like, don't allow yourself to start saying, my shit's not good enough. It's complete crap. It doesn't make any sense. Nobody's going to get it. And I'm hearing all of a sudden, I just got hit by a masculine message. If you're in my activation last night for the full moon in Virgo, what did we talk about with what's being activated, guys? I know some of you who were there, who were in it, you know what we're talking about. You know what's being activated with this full moon. Now I'm hearing from the masculine collective, they know what they need to put out there with regards to connecting with the feminine and speaking to the feminine in 3D. And a lot of them are doing things in a very creative way. So for those masculines who are watching this, it not only does it have to do with what you created for your feminine to express yourself in a creative way. This could be a creative confession. That's total Mercury in Pisces right now. Especially if you're a Pisces. Mercury in your sign is going to lead to like confessional poetry. Or like, you know, you're expressing something, some truth here, but in a very creative way. Something with prose, something with like melodies and harmonies that go with it. So for those masculines who are preparing to reach out to their feminines, and you've created something, you've composed something, whatever it is, don't go shadow Virgo on it and start crumpling up your paper and throwing it in the trash. It's like that song by Nickelback, Song on Fire. Nick starts talking about I keep writing a song and I keep throwing the paper in the trash. I keep saying scratching it out. This is bullshit. It doesn't make any sense. It's not good enough for this woman. It's not good enough for this person. They're not going to get it. It doesn't convey how I really feel. Like it's trash, it's trash, it's trash. You got to stop doing that. And again, this is not just for the masses here. This is for everybody. You got to be original. That is where your true authentic self comes. That's where your power comes from. Okay? Don't be getting all up in there and saying, this is shit. And when somebody thinks it's shit, well, Jess, you should do something else. You should go back to your 9 to 5 job. You should go back to working to being a government contractor because it ain't working for you. Nobody's gonna care. Nobody's gonna buy your stuff. Nobody's gonna whatever. Even after you've been doing it for years, you gotta keep going because if your heart's all in it, if it's coming from you and you alone, you need to believe in that shit. You need to own up to your own shit and tell yourself that it's the shit. Say, you know what? I'm good with this. This is more than enough. This came from me. This came from my innovation. This came from my creativity. This came from my heart space. It came from my mind. And you let it ride. And even when you don't get a hit, you don't get a cat, something doesn't stick for somebody, and other people keep shitting on it, don't take offense to that. Don't allow it to happen. Don't allow anybody to tell you what you can and can't do. You got to follow your own dreams. It's total Piscean energy. It's like a Page of Cups, Three of Cups, High Priestess, Ace of Wands, even Three of Wands, Nine of Cups, even Queen of Cups, King of Cups, whatever. It doesn't matter what that dream is. You need to do everything in your power to do what is necessary to take the actionary steps to fulfill it. And even if it doesn't manifest right away, even if you don't see the results right away, you still have to keep going with it because you don't know who's listening. You don't know who's watching. You don't know who will come across something or who will cross your path, and that could be your golden ticket. That could be the catalyst or the destiny helper to make your dreams come true, right? But so many people get caught up in what other people are saying, thinking, or doing, how they're perceiving what it is that you're creating. Or, lack of a better term, it's like you feel like it's shit because nobody values it. Nobody watches it. Nobody understands it. Nobody even appears to like it because that's your perception of what like is, what success is. So, shit. If I'm getting emotional because some people here are getting emotional about it because this is you. If it makes your heart sing, you do it. If it lights you up, you continue moving forward with it. No matter what you're seeing in the physical world. With the Pisces energy, there's no bounds, there's no limits to what you can achieve. And God sees this. If you keep going at it, He's gonna make it happen. It's just that some people give up before the miracle occurs and then they miss out because they let the rest of the world dictate that they're not good enough, that their dreams aren't going to be realized, right? That what they're really passionate about is something that they can't make money off of, something they can't really pursue, they can't make a living out of. That's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. So, we're going to go look into what messages we have for the collective. Oh, you know what they want me to do first? I made my own emoji cards with emoji stickers. This is different, but they want me to see what is the collective feeling right now? What is the current energy of the collective? How are they feeling about life right now? Holy Spirit, archangels, galactic families, Pleiadian Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. I heard doubt. Yeah, there's a lot of like self-criticism here. That is something to watch out for with the full moon in Virgo. It's a very happy face. This looks like a singing face to me. Maybe your face looks like this when you sing. I know it does when I do. Like, I sing with my eyes closed, right? And when I know when my smile, like my eyes get smaller. So it's like so this is good. This is good. However, there's a couple of things with this. Some of you are feeling like you're livening up. You're feeling very jovial here. But I'm getting this thing something about with the music what I'm talking about. It's like, just do things that make you happy. You may be feeling more of this like dreamy Pisces energy and you're just floating away on a cloud and you're feeling like this looks like a cloud nine face. Okay? No, it's not an O face. Who said that? Somebody's making jokes. This is a cloud nine face, right? And it's like, yeah, I feel up. I feel like I'm on cloud 1000. I'm hearing Andre 3000. You're just like way out there. But look what's at the bottom of the deck. It's the sleepy face. Somebody's not getting enough sleep because they've got dark circles under their eyes. Here's two things, guys. If you're not getting enough sleep, you really need to do something to get better sleep. Or you're staying up so late and it's like you only get like 2 hours of sleep and then you're just so happy. Or I don't know, maybe this you're so freaking happy there's something good coming that you don't need to sleep a lot. It could be a lot of things, right? You know what this is for you. I don't need to spell it out. So there's a couple of things. Some of you're feeling better rested because you're taking care of yourself, right? It's like, oh my God, I should go to bed, but I gotta stay up. I gotta stay up. I gotta stay up. I gotta watch another episode of Game of Thrones. I remember that happening to me when I found out about Game of Thrones, and I'm on a work night. I'm binge watching this shit. I'm like, I need to go to bed. And then it's like, no, watch another episode. I need to go to bed. Then it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and I gotta wake up at 6 to get ready, take my son to school, and go to work. You know what I mean? But it's like, oh, I love watching this shit. Let me stay up, right? I don't think I had bags on my under my eyes. I don't know. But either way, so there's something here about something that you guys love doing. It's like it doesn't matter how much sleep you get. And this has happened to me. I've been so excitable lately. The energies have been so high frequency that I'm staying up late and I'm going to bed like sometimes people are waking up. But then I pass out and I have a glorious sleep anyway. And I'm still energized the next day, but I'm getting this sense of ecstaticness, excitement, frivolity. It's like this merriment that I'm feeling like Four of Wands type of energy or Three of Cups, right? And I'm like, I don't need to sleep. I'm super happy. I don't need sleep, but we all know we need sleep, right? So there's this energy of like, um, I forgot to put they want me to get my Mary Magdalene thing on. So there's this energy of you are so in the clouds. You are so happy about something or you feel something coming, like the weekend song. There's a lot of songs coming in. You're like, I don't need to sleep. I'm too excited to sleep. I'm too happy. I am too up in the clouds to sleep. I'm just like, woohoo! Cloud 1000, right? Gallows Inc. I know it's you, Joseph. Hi, Joseph. How are you? Where have you been, man? Why are you coming in and out? But why are you hiding? I'm just kidding. Thanks for being here, Joseph. Um, so some of you are in this energy. See, I'm feeling it. It's like, woo! I'm so happy I can't go to bed. It's honestly how I've been feeling right now. It's the craziest shit. But then I go to sleep and I have the glorious sleep. I sleep very well anyway. But my God, I'm just like in this energy. Now, the others of you, to feel happier, you need to get better sleep. You're dead tired, right? You're not balancing out your life enough. You're stressed out. You're not expending the energy like taking walks or doing a little bit of yoga or doing a little bit of the treadmill, whatever the fuck you got to do to get that energy. And then it's like, okay, I got to go to bed, and you go to sleep and you have a hard sleep. You have a deep, 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 deep sleep, right? Like you're in the 10th dimension when you're sleeping. So some of you you will feel happier when you get better sleep. Some of you are like so drained, you're doing too much. You're overextending yourself and you're getting the dark circles and stuff. Again, you got to balance that out. All right. So you know who you are. You know what to do. But if you're the person, you're in the group who's just like, you know something's about to shift and like stuff popping off, the rockets are gonna glare, the bombs bursting in air. Oh my god, what the fuck is that? Star Spangled Banner. That's a very, very fantastic song, and I don't remember what the astrological transits were when that song was written. Anyway, if you're like super Star Spangled Banner right now, and you're going to bed super late, just as long as you get your rest, you're going to be fine, because apparently what you're doing is your energies are so high, you're manifesting incredible things. Okay. So just keep at it, but just remember to get your rest, even though you're in this excitable energy. But the others of you where you're so super drained, like you need to get better rest and you need to do something about balancing your life. It's like a Nine of Pentacles energy, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Like, really take care of yourself. The self-care message keeps coming up, guys. You need to do something to better your sleep. Okay? That's your responsibility. You do not have to say, well, I have all these kids. Well, I have a job. Well, I have to do this for my parents. Well, I have to do this for this person. And I got to take care of this. And I got to take care of that. I got to do laundry. I got to do the groceries. Did God tell anybody on this planet to do a million things at once in a day? That robs you of your peace. It robs you of your joy. It says nowhere in the Bible, thou shalt be stressed out and do 50 things in a day. It says that nowhere. Nobody said that, never, ever, right? So for some of you, you need to be realistic and really look at your schedule and say, you know what? I don't need to do all these things today. I need to put myself in. You got to schedule yourself in. And if you are a member of mine, you know what card that was and what reading it was that told you for the month of February what you needed to be doing. And this goes for a lot of you. You need to be scheduling yourself in, period. Oh no. We have two reversals. They want me to take it in the reverse the way it flipped out. We have the Hierophant in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles. Wait, yeah. See, I was talking about Queen of Pentacles. Guys, we have the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. There's some changes that need to be made. Many situations are vying for your attention. And it's causing you to be like, oh God, I can't do anything. Look what's after that card. Some of you are crying about it. You're so stressed out that you're just like in tears. Like, why, God, why? I can't get any sleep. Why do I have to do all these things? God didn't tell you to do all these things, did he? I bet you $1 million he didn't. People, situations, whatever it is, to your to-do list is vying for your attention. There's all this chaos. There's all this crazy shit. Guys, if you watch my YouTube video that I posted, we had the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck, right? Queen of Pentacles in the reverse means you are not taking care of yourself. You are putting yourself in the back burner and you are not allowing yourself to nurture yourself. The Queen of Pentacles has a balance. She loves to take care of people. I know, I've been through this, guys. I had to learn to stop being the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, sacrificing my happiness for the betterment of others, to stop giving so much of myself, to stop taking care of everybody else and not taking care of me. my needs. A true queen is going to take care of her needs. You can't expect the king to come towards you if you're not treating yourself like a queen. If you're not taking care of yourself. This is a lot of physical self-care here with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. And a lot of you guys are so stressed out, you're so tired, and it's like, I'm supposed to do my hair, I'm supposed to do my facial regimen, I'm supposed to take a sea salt bath, but I can't, man. I'm too tired. I'm all excited about all the wrong things in my life. Not that you shouldn't be caring for people. There's strong motherly energy here. Some of you are mothers and you're overdoing it. I've been channeling this message for so long, and I know some of you moms or single parents, you don't like that. But if you don't prioritize yourself, you're not prioritizing God. Okay? You've been brainwashed. You've been programmed to think that if you don't give all of yourself, that you're going to be looked at as a bad mother, that you don't care, that oh, what a bad mom. She doesn't cook for her kids. Ooh, what a bad mom. She's going on vacation on her by herself. She's going to the spa. She's getting her hair done. She's getting her nails done. What a bad mom. What a bad whatever. People are criticizing you for taking care of yourself or having the idea of taking care of yourself, of doing what you need to do for you. You need to stop that shit because it's going to fuck you up. And I'm not playing around because my guys are tired of it. And I got to be the one to disseminate the same fucking message to you to get it through your head to stop putting yourself in the back burner. Do not expect for miracles to come your way, for blessings to come your way, for even abundance and all forms to come your way when you are not taking care of yourself. You're out of alignment. You are out of alignment. And I'm so passionate about this. It's no wonder why I'm fucking wearing red, because my guys are like, they're really tired of it. Just because they're archangels, guys, and God does get angry. We are images of God. So he's flaring up right now. So is Archangel Michael. Archangel Raphael doesn't really like to get flared up because he's like, I'm not like Archangel Michael here, but I'm not really happy either, right? Archangel Raphael is all about healing and self-care, right? And Archangel Michael's they're all talking to me like, you guys, this is why with the full moon in Virgo, it's not going to be a great moon for some of you, because remember, Saturn is opposing the moon. Saturn's going to teach you a hard lesson. Virgo energy is worthiness. It's deserving of great things, but you need to understand you are deserving of treating yourself right, treating yourself like a queen. Don't expect to be treated like one if you don't do that for yourself. When you're not treating yourself like the queen, the king, this is king energy too, like God sees you, God's telling me you're disappointing him, because it's like, I made you, I gave you all these things. I'm needing you to take care of you, because you're not taking care of the vessel that I gave you. You're not taking care of the body that I blessed you with. I'm hearing it's like a slap in the face. Okay? And whoever the hell is telling you that you need to be doing this for all these people, for your kids, whatever, all day, every day, and not having an ounce of time to yourself, you need to really grow some balls and tell them something and say, what the fuck? You are not me. This is not your life. I cannot do everything. I need to do me. And anybody who has a problem with that, you need to cut that off. Anybody who has a problem with you taking care of yourself, they have issues. And I'm not saying this in a derogatory way. I'm not saying this like in a way that is supposed to be insulting or berating, but it's divine truth. because you may have caused other people to be codependent on you because you've been so giving. I can say this because I've been there, okay? And the reason why I'm having all this amazing shit happen in my life is because I changed it around. I went from Queen of Pentacles in the reverse to Queen of Pentacles in the upright. When God sees you're prioritizing yourself, you're prioritizing Him. He's like, oh, you're getting into the energy of what I'm trying to give to you, like attracts like. Again, you don't give yourself the respect. You don't give yourself, the time to take care of yourself. How is anybody going to give you the time of day? How is anybody going to give you the respect? How's anybody going to give you the love that you deserve? Well, you're not giving that to yourself. And there's a big thing about your health here, about your physical appearance. It's like wasting away, or you're like, I can't do anything because I have all this shit to do and I'm so tired and I can't, whatever. I don't have time for myself. That's a fucking excuse because you have all the damn time in the world to take care of yourself. It's like, this is fucking crazy because I'm blowing up here because they're speaking through me because they're telling me they're tired of it. And you guys are tired of it. So you need to do something about it. Period. I'm hearing stop acting like a child. You are a queen. God created all of his children as kings and queens. We do not need anybody to tell us that we are deserving of that type of royalty. God is the king of everything. He's the king of the universe, right? And all his children are the little kings and queens of the universe, right? The ones beneath him. You need to start treating yourself as such. And this includes men who are watching this. You have zero excuses. None. Because you bring this attention to yourself. Because you are not setting boundaries and you are not telling other people, you know what? It's like you're going through a struggle. You're going through a very hard time. And it's like, I can't keep up with myself because all this stuff is going on in my life. You choose how your life is lived, guys. Nobody else. And God's telling me, I don't understand why these messages keep being disseminated through me. And people are still like either not believing in it or they think, no. People are going to criticize me if I take care of myself. Oh my God. You are ultimately responsible for your health and your well-being. And you know what's funny? You know how I'm channeling God very hard right now. This is a God card. The Hierophant is God. It's Christ consciousness. It's Jesus, Mary Magdalene, the Ascended Master card. Okay? MasterCard. Something going on with somebody's credit cards or something. I don't know. Somebody keeps asking you for money or you keep buying things for people. If that's you, you got to stop doing that. This is in the reverse. Your religion, your programming. I said it. Everything that I channel is being backed up by them through these cards. I don't need these things to get the message out, right? I don't. And I'm not speaking from an egotistical place. My guides are giving me the balls to say that because I know what my capabilities are and I don't need to prove anything to anybody with cards. Okay? That's why I went to full channel mode and I started channeling all these things and it's here in the cards that I was talking about. You are still conforming to a programmed view of what a mother is, of what a good mother is, of what a good father is, whatever that is for you. Okay? There's also some energy about men going to the spa, men getting their nails done. I've seen men go to the spa and get a pedicure. No, they don't have to get their toenails painted, but they're getting a massage, they're getting their feet cleaned, right? It's like a washing of the feet with Jesus. They're taking care of their feet, their physical body. There's nothing wrong with that. We've gotten to this really poor societal thinking about what a woman should be doing, what a man should be doing, what a woman shouldn't be doing, what a man shouldn't be doing. A man can go get a massage. A man can go get a pedicure or manicure. Dude, my dad is strong Aries, and he was getting pedicures when this lady would come to the house and do pedicures for my mom and my dad. I believe my grandfather, my maternal grandfather, still gets pedicures or something. Okay. Your world is chaotic because you're bringing it upon yourself. That is the God honest truth here. How can you bring peace into your life when you allow chaos to rule it? That is not an energetic match. And how do you expect your life to get better? Your physical self to get better, you looking better, right? Because I said there's like bags under the eyes. It's like you look like maybe there's something about you look older than what you're supposed to be, or like you're just like letting yourself falling away and you're concerned about your weight, but you're not eating healthfully because you're too tired to make a healthy meal for yourself, or I don't know what, right? How can you expect your life to get better when your world is in chaos and you're not taking care of yourself? And I know some of you are still thinking that Jess is telling you what to do. I don't know what to say anymore, guys. You know what? This is reminding me, and I have to talk to my guides about this because there's a reader who she was a huge part in my awakening too. And she announced today she's shutting down her YouTube channel. And she has a lot of subscribers. She's been around for years, longer than I have. She's brilliant. She is brilliant, but she gives the divine truth in a very different way than I do because I'm way more passionate, but that's because I have more fire, right? I've really come into my bold assness, which I haven't really been able to do for more than my life, and it feels fucking good to talk like this. And I don't give two shits if you hate me because of it. If you're like, oh, that's bullshit, Jess, you can't tell me what to do. Fuck that. I don't give two fucks because if you're not believing that the channeling is coming from them, that's your fucking problem. It ain't mine. If you don't want to follow the guidance, fine. You want a puppy rainbow unicorn reader? Fine. Go find one. You can go leave this place right now. I don't give a shit. I don't, because you know what? You're fueling my confidence. You're fueling my fire. And I know I'm ascending in the damn process because I feel right in what I am doing because this is exactly who I am and who God made me to be. I'm Leo rising, a Leo North node, and I feel like I'm getting closer to that shit every fucking time I do this. But if you don't want to change your life, that's on you. You don't want amazing things to come into your life, that's on you. The Queen of Pentacles is a believer of miracles, but she attracts the miracles. She attracts abundance in all forms into her life because she's patient, but because she's Queen Esther. Go read Queen Esther, the book of Esther, chapter 2, verse 12. Okay? Read that passage. It's going to give you some huge insight into what it is that you are not looking at. You're gonna, when you turn yourself into the upright, you're gonna have people who are gonna gravitate towards you, who want to treat you like a queen, who want to help you out without you even asking for the damn help. Okay? Because you're respecting yourself, you're setting your boundaries. But we gotta get out of this programmed notion. Oh, I gotta look like a good girl. I gotta look like, it's like me talking the way I'm talking. Like, fuck that. Do you know how many years I spent being very mousy and being very careful with what I say and how I talk to people? Me getting very passionate, and I get very loud. And the fact that I'm Puerto Rican adds to that fire energy. So I'm going to be even louder when I speak. But I can't be that person anymore. I can't dim my light. I can't put out my own fire when God wants me to utilize the Spirit of God, the power of the Holy Spirit to speak through me to get people's attention. Because sometimes you get messages and it's very, yeah, everything's gonna be good. You're gonna have love come your way. You're gonna have abundance come your way. Everything's gonna be beautiful. You know what I'm getting? Joel Osteen, and I love that dude. But I love the way he speaks too. He's very calm, cool, and collected, right? But go look at Stephen Furtick or like David Palmer, or go look at who's very passionate. It could even be what's his face? I forgot his name. Like a Tony Robbins ish, but there was this one speaker who was like really getting on people's asses. And I'm like, I love this guy's energy because he's telling it like it is, because he's waking people the fuck up. Right? Some of you, this is part of your purpose, where you're going to speak similar to how I'm speaking to get people to pay attention, to get people to wake up, to get people to light the fire under their ass, to get going, to do something to change their life, especially with regards to self-care. Now, sometimes people, when they're being, she's a very warm, nurturing person. She's a very motherly person. But you know what people don't know about the Queen of Pentacles? She's earth energy. She's rooted in the ground, and her fire will come out. Her love will be shown in a different way, where she needs to speak to you in a certain way to get you to realize that you need to do something to change something about yourself, your physical self. And you can't be complaining either. Because you got to be the one to reevaluate your to-do list, like Virgo energy. The work that you put in, some of you are putting too much work into everybody else outside of yourself and not enough for yourself. Again, with the Queen Esther thing, you need to go read that book in the Bible. Some of you need to go read the whole damn thing. Son of a bitch, man. I was on my walk and my guides were already giving me the messages that I was going to disseminate in this reading. And I knew it was going to be about self-care again. They said, just prepare for it. You can't be treated like a queen when you don't treat yourself that way and you don't look the part. This is the minor arcana of the Empress. You need to talk it, speak it, think it, drink like it, dress like it, operate like it, embody it, integrate it in your physical world if you want to align yourself with what the queen energy is. We are all going around thinking, well, God made us as kings and queens. We are that in our divine selves, right? But you can't go around saying that you're a queen and you need to be treated like one when you don't act like one. When you're being classy and you're being giving to people, but not being overly giving, where you're giving too much and not taking for yourself in a positive way. You can't go around saying you're a divine feminine, and I gotta say it because I've said this before, and you're looking frumpy, and your skin is pale. Not that it's pale. You could be pale but very glowy. But what I'm saying is, your skin just does not have a glow. The Queen of Pentacles has a glow to her skin. People can tell she's taking care of herself. Some of you don't want to get dressed up nice anymore. Some of you don't want to like put on makeup anymore. Or what? Again, this is more women or men even. Some of you just want to throw on like your Led Zeppelin t-shirt and a pair of shorts and call it a day. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a time for that. But when you just gonna want to be a homebody all the time and you just gonna be wearing yoga pants and a yoga top and just like go everywhere in that, men aren't gonna be attracted to that. I'm being very honest, right? Or even some women, like, it's like lately I've been seeing a lot of these men like dressed really nice, and I'm like, ooh, it's awesome when men dress up like slacks and a button down shirt, or maybe even wearing the suit or something. That's hot shit. Okay, listen, I'm not knocking Pitbull. Okay, Pitbull is awesome. He's from Miami. I was born in Miami-Dade County. I Pitbull's great, but if I'm being very honest, he's not like the most aesthetically pleasing to me. To me, I'm entitled to my opinion. I love what he does. I love his music, right? But when he would wear just like oversized clothes or whatever, it's like, okay. But when Pitbull wears suits, okay, he looks really good. His whole demeanor changes. His attractiveness changes, right? You gotta dress the part too, and you gotta look the part. So for some of you, this programming's getting in your way. Oh, I don't have time to take care of myself. Well, I'm gonna be a bad mom if I go to the spa, if I go get my hair and nails done, if I take a day off and treat me right. Did God tell you that? Did God literally tell you in a meditation and say, you know what, Queen of Pentacles, that's not right for you to take care of yourself? That's selfish. I want you to look sickly all day. I want you to be tired all day. I want you to be so down to the ground and have a chaotic life. That's what I want for you. If anybody in your right mind, if you're listening to this, if you know who speaks like that, who is that? That's the devil talking to you. God would never tell you to settle for second best. God will never tell you to live a life of chaos. God will never tell you to overextend yourself to the point of depletion of energy and where you're so tired you can't do anything for yourself. That is not God, period. Which is why God is in the reverse in this reading. Anyway, I got to go back to the reader I was following, right? She said that she's no longer going to post on YouTube. She's done with YouTube. She's going to go more private sector. She's going to go more do stuff because she has her own community, her own website. She's got her own circle of friends, right? I'm part of that stuff. She's got some amazing shit on there that I really need to get on top of because it's stuff I've never seen before. And I know that's going to be part of my ascension process too, because we're all continuing to ascend. So she said, you know what, guys? If you want to keep following me, wait for the note. She's going to put out another video about how to get in contact with her or what to do to continue to view her content. I don't know what she's going to do with the content that she puts out for free on YouTube, but she's got her own stuff and she has her own like readings and stuff that she does. She does extended readings, whatever. Anyway, the point being is she's no longer putting her energy into the YouTube platform. And I've been noticing it too. As amazing as she is as a spiritual teacher, she's phenomenal, okay? She has a lot of wisdom to share. She keeps losing people. And I keep seeing that. And I'm like, how is she losing people when she's one of the best readers out there? Like, she teaches. And I bet you she talked to her guides, like she said, and she's like, you know what, guys? I'm not doing YouTube anymore. Because it could very well be she's trying to get stuff out there and people don't want to hear it. They don't want to do the work, right? Or whatever it is, because she teaches in a different way that I do in a sense, but our messages are very similar. We just deliver it differently. And I know for me, a lot of people have a very hard time with working with me. And that's okay. That's not going to fucking stop me from achieving my dreams. I'm not fucking going anywhere. And if I got to shut down my YouTube channel too, then so be it. That is why I'm not putting that much content out there, right? I'm offering a whole bunch of other things like live events on my own shit, right? I have my memberships. I put a lot of my heart and soul, more so now, into the stuff that I've built than somebody else's platform that they built. That wasn't built by God. I said it. What I built came from God. What I built has a very, very high frequency compared to YouTube does. And I bet you the reader that I was following, I bet you she gets the same thing. So I don't know. This may be a little bit of like where I might be nearing the end too, of putting myself out here because I've been channeling the same messages for nearly 4 years. And they all come out very differently with different cards, but the message is all the same. But when you start understanding what is really valuable in life, the Hierophant is Taurus energy. Some of you may be strong Earth. There's strong Taurus in this reading. There's strong Earth. Taurus is a very stubborn sign. And I'm not judging you. That's a good quality and a not so great quality. You got to find a balance with that. There are times where you dig your heels in, and there are times where you don't. Some of you are afraid, whether you're Taurus or not, or Earth or not, some of you are afraid of doing the unconventional ways of treating yourself right, of taking care of yourself. It's been a huge struggle with you for a long time. This is now the time to get out of that struggle. You don't need to be struggling, but at the same time, these struggles and these challenges are supposed to build you up. Like Esther, God told her, Esther, you need to prepare for your king, but you need to do the queenly things so that when you present it to the king, he will see that is a queen worthy of this king. And that king will know that he is worthy of that queen. You can't be walking around, I'm all queen bitch, queen bee and stuff, and you are being overly selfish, like not giving all to yourself and not helping people out. You are vindictive. There is a work-life balance. There is vanity here. You keep settling for second best. You think you're giving yourself the best when you really aren't. There's jealousy here too. It's like the Queen of Pentacles has a tendency to be inauthentic because she's jealous of other people. So she tries to follow trends. She tries to look like other people because they're successful. Because, oh, well, their skin's glowing and they're doing this, so let me go do what they're doing. But remember, what works for the goose doesn't work for the gander either. I know that's not what it is, but you get my point. The Queen of Pentacles can be too overly focused on herself and not having a balance with taking care of others. It's me, 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 me all the time. I gotta be the prettier one. I gotta be the one who only looks good. Whatever. I gotta have all the money. Okay, this is gonna be triggering for somebody, but the Queen of Pentacles, they're telling me, is a feminist, a very strong feminist, where patriarchy is dead, chivalry is dead. I'm the one who's got to call the shots. I got to be the one to wear the pants. I got to be the one to make the money. I got to be the one to do this, to be successful. You are overstepping your boundaries with your role as a feminine because the masculine is supposed to hold that role. We're all supposed to work in harmony with each other. So until you realize what a real queen is. And again, this goes for men too. This is like king energy. So don't think that I'm focusing more so on women, but I know that more women are watching this. Again, you need to act like it. Very proper, very warm and kind-hearted and generous. Not controlling, not overbearing, not dictating to everyone and everything. You need to do that. You need to do this. You have to do as I say. You have to blah 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 blah. Whatever it is. If you're doing that, you're the one who's causing all the chaos in your own world. And for some of you, your family's getting in the way. Co-workers, your kids. I need you to do this for me. I need you to do that for me. I need you to that. Da, 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 da. Wait to the point where you don't do anything for yourself. There is strong Catholic energy here. There's strong religion here. Your religion has taught you to be subservient because that's what the fucking Bible says. Do you understand that when it says to submit to your husbands, it's not for you to be a fucking slave, period? It's not for you to give all of yourself to the point of depletion and your health is affected and your overall appearance is affected and you've gained a lot of weight and you have taking all these pills and shit. Fuck that shit. That is not what that means in that book. And my iPad wants to topple over. That is not what that means. God is saying, especially to women, you are a queen. You were born a queen. A queen does not submit to a king, and a king does not submit to a queen. The submission is something different. It's allowing the king, the ultimate provider, the masculine, the provider, protector of the home, the feminine, the family, and the physical world to give you the support of the physical world. That is when you submit that role to that person. That's what that means. You allow them to take care of you while you are taking care of them in the spiritual, in the emotional. That's what that means, ladies and gentlemen. No one party is supposed to be a slave to the other. Kings and queens are not fucking slaves. So you got to get yourself out of that mentality. But you're not going to receive a true masculine in your life, a divine masculine, if you don't act and treat yourself like a queen. A king is not going to want somebody who's putting themselves on the back burner because that tells the king, well, they're they don't value themselves. They don't value God. They don't value their health and their looks and their well-being. But this is not supposed to be about you getting Botox and shit and you going through all these surgeries to look good. No, 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 no. That is not the natural way of looking good. That's a message for somebody. Absolutely not. That's going against God because you are altering what God created. You need to be happy with the body, the face, the mind, whatever, the boobs, whatever, the thing in your pants, the way God made you. You do not need to go out there and get a makeover, like a Botox, get a boob job, get, rhinoplasty, I'm hearing, get I'm hearing Sonobello. You don't know what that shit's gonna do for you when you get older, do you? I don't think so. This is where the vanity comes in. I'm too tired to do all this work. I'm just gonna go get liposuction. I'm just gonna go get surgery. You gotta make time for yourself. And a king isn't gonna want a queen. Is it okay? Hold up. Isn't gonna want somebody who's wow, they don't value themselves? They wanna grow old with you. They want to have off the wall sex with you, right? How are you going to have the stamina and the physical ability to go 10 hours? If you saw my divine masculine letter, the masculine was talking about going 10 hours straight. You're not going to be ready for your king when he wants to do that with you. Like, and it's going to be very passionate. It's again, she's the one who receives all the pleasure. She doesn't in the reverse. You can't be going at it 10 hours if you're in the reverse, where the masculine wants to take care of you sexually in that way. That's part of his role too. The pleasure principle. Pleasure is very Venusian. Venus rules Taurus. But you got to give that pleasure. You got to give that stuff to yourself. I'm hearing it again. You guys have no excuses. You don't. And I don't know how much longer I'm going to be going on here for you guys to come across this and try to see if I'm going to give a different message. And those of you who are my Capella members, you know that the same thing keeps coming through. And if you're faking it, that you're doing your work and you're, oh yeah, like I'm taking care of myself, whatever, I don't know. I've got to have to say it because my guys, they're telling me, Jess, get your balls are getting bigger. Some of you are bullshitting because the majority of the collective is not taking care of themselves. This Virgo moon, Saturn is going to teach you a thing or two, for real. There's a huge reality check with this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. And for those of you who are thinking, I am a queen, I'm the divine feminine, and you're being a bitch, you don't have a warm heart, especially for your masculine. You're walking around parading like, yeah, I'm divine feminine. I have all the power. I don't need a man. I don't need a masculine. I got everything under control. I don't need somebody's money. I'm abundant. I'm making all the money. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is you in the reverse. No true divine feminine Christ is going to go around talking like that. That's bullshit. She's proud of her masculine. She wants to have that king on her arm. They're supposed to rule together. God did not intend for man to be alone. If that was the case, there would have been no Adam and Eve scenario, right? I'm not submitting to no man because I'm a queen. No, you're not. No, you are fucking not. If you're going around saying, I'm a queen, I'm a divine feminine, I don't need a masculine, I don't need a man. Oh, whoa. God's gonna come in and teach you a thing or two. You're actually not following your divine guidance when this is in the reverse. You're not understanding what this type of connection is. It's a divine connection. There are two people in this card, ladies and gentlemen, meaning God creates kingdom relationships because there's a divine purpose in it. And it's led and overseen by God. And then that power gets transferred to the masculine and the feminine, the king and the queen, the emperor and the empress, however you want to look at it. Man, it's divine truth coming out here. Some of you are thinking, God wants me to be by myself because I'm a queen. I don't need a king. Nope. That is not what God's saying to you. Your ego's getting in the way because there's still a little bit of fear because some of you have done, you've been realizing some things, but now you're going to a different side of the feminine energy, distorted feminine energy about you not needing a counterpart. Hello, Christina. How are you? Hi, Liz. Wait. Whose birthday is it? Jason, Jason, not Jason. Joseph. It's your birthday today? Joseph, I hope you didn't go anywhere. I had to channel. I just looked at it. Happy birthday to you, Pisces. Does tarot card tell the truth? Well, Christina, my dear, I'm glad you asked that question. The cards never lie. However, you have to look into more as to who is reading the cards, who is disseminating the truth of God and only the divine truth of God, and who is not, right? Usually, people who are afraid to trigger people, people who are afraid to get people to wake up and tell, like, the honest to God, blunt truth, they're deviating away from the truth of what the tarot is supposed to say. And you have to take the good with the bad. You have to take the positive with the negative, right? People can read cards the way that they want to read them. That's the thing. But the other thing is, like, let's say you get the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, the Ten of Pentacles is a great card. Oh, I'm going to have this beautiful marriage and I'm going to have financial security and stability. I'm going to have a mansion. I'm going to come into union with my person. You don't get the Ten of Pentacles if you're not in alignment with it. You don't get the Ten of Pentacles when you don't do your work. You don't. And it's interesting because we have reversals today. Two, a court card and a major arcana. See, God's upside down. Like he's not. He can't understand this. And you know what? They're telling me that they're contemplating of pulling me out too. Where I'm just gonna solely be on capellawellness.com and that's it. I'm only gonna be doing daily guidance videos. I'm not gonna be doing anything for free anymore. Cause it's like, Jess, you're Queen of Pentacles. If you're trying to do your work and trying to get people to be kings and queens and things and to really start bettering their lives and make the changes necessary, and a lot of people are listening, well, then people are going to have to pay for the guidance. That's what I'm being told. Free guidance is great, guys, but what you do with it costs much more. The tarot could tell you amazing things, but unless you're not doing the work, unless you're doing the work, it ain't gonna happen. It's funny, I don't like saying the word ain't, but they want me to say it that way for whatever reason. And with the Virgo full moon, guys, because Virgo is Queen of Pentacles energy too. It's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You really need to reassess your work balance life. Some of you are doing too much for free. And that's why you're not seeing much of my videos out there anymore. Because God's like, well, you know what? You built your own platform. You've got your own membership system, membership plan, membership program, right? I have my own package program. I set up all my own stuff on my own platform. And the Queen of Pentacles invests in her self care. She buys organic for her diet. She drinks more water. She drinks tea. She does exercise. She goes on her walks. She does her meditation, right? She's patient with things coming to her because she's getting into the energy to attract amazing shit. The Queen of Pentacles in the upright, she balances out work and life in an excellent way. She makes sure everybody's taken care of, but she's also like, okay, I gotta make sure I'm taken care of too. But you know what she does? She's very obedient to God. She spends a lot of time in nature. She gains a lot of wisdom from nature. She understands that being fully in this queen-like energy is going to take some time. But she also invests time, money, and energy, especially money. Again, the food that she eats, the clothes that she wears, right? Fair trade stuff. The stuff that she uses, her lotions, her body wash, her facial regimen. Like if I want to, I'm not sponsored by Earth Harbor, but I'm gonna put them out there. If anybody's curious about my self-care routine, I use Earth Harbor products and one pineapple papaya enzyme facial scrub by Tree Hut. I'm not endorsing Tree Hut either, but I'm giving them a heads up. I'm giving them a little boost here. So a lot of my morning facial routines and my evening facial routines, I use earthharbor.com. Very sustainable. A lot of the stuff comes from Earth, comes from the ocean. They're very ethical. Okay. It's a beautiful company. It's ran by a lot of women, which is great. But again, I'm not getting all feminist here. I love the fact that it's run by women, but I'm more what's more valuable to me is what stuff is in the serums, in the facial, the moisturizers. Okay. My guys told me to invest in that stuff. And that stuff is not necessarily cheap. I go buy their kits. And sometimes I'll go invest in the larger vials of things, right? There is this serum, this morning serum that I use. It's called Sunshine Dew. I'm looking at the second bottle of it on the dresser up there. It's glorious stuff. Okay. But I'm investing the money in it. God said, yes, you're going to have to put more money into self care, but it's spending more on things that are more ethical, more sustainable. They're better for your skin. You either pay now or you pay later. It's the same thing with what I put in my body, right? I was even led to get a pair of workout shoes, and the shoes are vegan, guys. I had no idea that they made vegan shoes. Skechers makes a pair of vegan shoes. Go look it up. Okay. You know what's funny? Because this year God said, Jess, you're going to be spending more money on a lot of these things like the physical world. You know, um, again, I was already doing the facial stuff before, like last year. And then God told me about the shoes. I didn't even know about the shoes. He just led me to buy these shoes. I found that they were vegan after the fact. I'm getting another candle if you're wondering why I'm doing this. Right? I'm not eating pork anymore. I think I'm going to go more towards like a pescatarian diet soon, supposedly. Eating a lot of healthier foods, guys. This is not to say you can't go get pizza or Taco Bell every now and again, but don't be eating that all the time. Or you're getting fast food all the time, or you're not cooking enough all the time. Or even when you go to a restaurant, okay? You could be going to a restaurant and like you order something that is still not healthy for you, or like the meat is not like grass fed or something like that. That's what I'm hearing. Um, the Queen of Pentacles puts the money towards that. She also puts money into maybe getting coaching and seeing, okay, how do I better my life? How can I change up my routines? How can I take better care of myself? Right? She can go to somebody else who's already a queen teaching a princess, or someone who's working out to be a queen type of thing. She invests her time in spending, being patient with doing meditation, right? Being out in nature. I already said all this stuff, you know? It's like, I know that the world has kind of put all this bullshit in your head for a lot of you. But you have to understand you've got to come first, because when you put yourself first, you put God first. God made you, not anybody else. So what are you going to do about it? You can't expect yourself to stop living a chaotic life if you don't put this in the upright. You don't do something about your life here. God's trying to get you to follow your divine guidance. And some of you got to stop getting caught up in your connection with your person. The masculine doesn't want that either because you're not focusing on self. This is a lack of focus on self. Be good to yourself. Go listen to that Journey song. Oh my God. I just heard somebody saying, oh, she's lecturing me. I am not lecturing you. God is here. He's always here. I am the mouthpiece. I am the megaphone. Okay? They speak through me to speak to you because I'm going to say it. Some of you, you're not listening to God or you can't hear God. God can't get through to you directly. So he's utilizing me to try to get to you. This is usually what channelers do. This is usually what tarot is supposed to do. I'm here to teach. I'm a leader of kings and queens and nothing but. And if nobody wants to do the work, nobody wants to align with that, God will take them out. Not in that way, but God will remove them from my life. That's just how it works. I know what my role is, what my mission is. I am a leader of kings and queens, not knights, not penguins, not somebody likes penguins, not pages. I am teaching you to go from the page to the king queen energy. I'm not teaching you to be a page. Let alone I'm not teaching you to stay at a page level if you catch my drift. And when you've been doing your work and God's been telling you, start lotioning up your body, stop using oil. Like I could totally, if you want to know what my day-to-day life is like, I highly recommend you sign up for a coaching session with me. Like an hour one, because it's gonna take an hour. If you're curious to know how to set up a day-to-day routine or like what I do, you talk to me. My guys just say, I'm not giving that type of info for free. I already told you about what products I use for my face, right? You guys should all know by now I have a strong affinity for tea. I'm always drinking tea in my lives. Sure, I had bubble tea beforehand, but I'm entitled to treat myself, right? I put a lot of fucking hard work into what I've built here. Outside, inside, mentally, heart wise, spiritually. And God's like, you're entitled to do something that is not so healthy just because I tend to focus more on the healthy part every day. Because there's something about sugar here for somebody. Somebody has a very poor view, or they're like they put the cross up when it comes to sugar. All everything in moderation. Holy Spirit, archangels, what's the guidance here? What else do you want them to know? Please and thank you. You have unlimited potential. You can be a rightful queen here, but you've got to go from this to this. You have all the power to create the life that you want and to have like a king at your side, but you've got to do the work necessary to align yourself with that. Hi, Jace. Joseph, I keep saying Jason. Why? So you were doing your walk. I'm glad you were doing a walk, Joseph. 333. Ascended masters are very close to you. Do you know what this is confirming? What did I say about the ascended masters? There's the card right there. I told you. They are always in my readings. I'm very, very closely tied to them in the angelic realm. But they're not happy right now because they're in the reverse. You start seeing triple threes, that's God, the archangels, and the ascended masters trying to remind you of this reading. They are there for you all day, every day, 367 days of the year, 26 hours a day. But some of you are not utilizing their help. You're not following their guidance because the Hierophant is in the reverse. I'm getting some of you don't like being told what to do. Some of you don't like being controlled. Some of you think you got your life down pat, but apparently you're lying to yourself because why would the Five of Wands be at the bottom of the deck? They're always there to help, but remember, you got to help yourself first. God, the archangels, the ascended masters, they will really swoop in and bring miracles to you when you're patient, but when you are in alignment with that. Prayer without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. There's also a lack of faith within some of you. You're probably complaining to God or asking God, God, why is my life like this? Why do I keep running into all this chaos? Why are all these things happening in my life? Why am I struggling? Why am I going through all these challenges? Are you doing your part? A lot of you are not. You need to really understand the severity of this and that this is truth. And if it's triggering you, congratulations, because it's something you need to address. Reversals are here for a reason. They are the red flags. They are the God telling you, pay attention. I need you to get back on track and to get back into alignment. I need you to come back to me. Some of you, your relationship with God isn't really there because of what you have been taught a relationship with God should be like based off of religion. You build your own relationship with God. But your relationship with God becomes stronger when you're out in nature. I know my relationship with God like took off to a whole other level when I used to do a lot of hiking at Great Falls and back in Maryland when I used to live there. I spent hours in nature and I had this beautiful spot overlooking the Potomac River. You have no idea how much I miss that place. God really, really, really spoke to me there. I mean, more profoundly, I mean, God still does speak to me because I'm able to hear God without having to go out in nature a lot. But usually when I'm at the beach, even because I was at the beach last night with my son, I put my feet in the ocean because they led me to do that. And I was saying like a prayer and talking to God there. And you can feel his presence a lot more strongly when you are touching him through the earth, through nature. And he spoke to me about a lot of things. And doing those hikes was my new self care routine. And I spent hours out there, guys. And sometimes I took my son with me, right? When I had my son, I would take him with me. If he was with me and he didn't want to go, I would go on these long hikes when my son was with his dad before his dad moved. But other times I would go on the hikes or I would go to Needwood Park in Rockville and we would do our nature walks there. That's a beautiful park too. It's by a lake, it's by water. Oh man, I miss that place too. Like, oh, you have no idea. The places in Maryland that you can visit with nature, there's so much nature there. It's not even funny. I mean, I love the beach and stuff, but where I'm at in South Florida, it's not, I can't compare it to Maryland. Maryland has way more state parks where there's a lot of nature around and a lot of amazing hiking trails, like a lot of hiking trails. But I'm talking about you climbing rocks and traverses and shit. And, you sitting at the edge of a cliff looking down a raging river. Um, that could be sexual message for somebody there. Maybe somebody's like raging with passion for somebody. I just got that out of nowhere. Anyway, so again with this ascended masters thing, I did say this, right? They're here. They're also trying to to try to tell you guys when I said that I very close to them, they're speaking through me to you. This is confirmation that the messages that you just heard are coming from them. But some of you are still not going to believe me, and that's okay. Because you know what I'm getting? Some of you know that this is your truth, but you have a hard time accepting it. You've got some of you have strong Taurus in your chart. Taurus, moon, sun, rising, some other placement. And you're trying to find like another reader or another channel, whatever it is, and you're not resonating with it. Or you're like, oh, cool, like this is easy and stuff, but it's not really getting you anywhere or something like that. But then you watch my stuff and all of a sudden you get triggered or you think it's negative and you're saying to yourself, no, that's not me. I don't need to do that to get closer to God. That's not what the Bible says. I don't need to do this to take care of myself. I have to take care of everybody else because that's what they told me I'm supposed to do. No, I'm not supposed to do that. Whatever, whatever. Again, there's a programmed view, and for some of you, it's societal. Others of you, or it's religious. Religious factors are coming into play. God wants you to submit to Him, not to anybody else. He doesn't want you to settle for second best. This Queen of Pentacles does not settle. And with the Hierophant in the reverse, some of you are not being obedient to God. The Hierophant in the reverse is disobedient because you're lacking the faith. Your faith has gone out the window. The Hierophant in the upright is obedience, no matter what. And you know at the bottom of because you don't believe that you have unlimited potential. You don't think that you can have the abundance. You don't think you can have an easy, peaceful life. Who the hell told you that? Who told you that? You keep struggling. You keep going through these challenges because you're not being obedient to God. You're not following your divine guidance, just plain and simple. And you're not taking care of yourself. But remember, we're all going to go through battles and challenges and things, right? It builds resiliency. It builds power. It builds strength. It builds our faith in God so that when the next Goliath comes up, we could be like, okay, instead of using a slingshot, you're going to blink your eyes. And I channeled this from some other reading or something the other day. You're going to say, okay, universe, I got another battle. I got another challenge. I know how to handle this time. And it won't throw you into a world of chaos. It won't cause stress. It won't cause anxiety. It won't cause you to like stop taking care of yourself, right? You're going to be in such a strong relationship with God. You know that God's taking care of everything and the stress goes away. The challenges become less. God throws more adversity and challenges into our life, guys, because we choose to take the difficult path. We choose to be disobedient, and God says, okay, I know you have a choice, but you chose the more challenging path, which is why you're going through more struggles than you were before, which is why you're coming across more challenges, or why all these things are being thrown at you, like you're caught in a tornado and a hurricane and an earthquake and a tsunami at the same time. Here's the thing. You are at a crossroads and God says, I want you to take the path less travel. I want you to listen to me. It's not a conventional way of doing things, but I need you to trust that the unconventional way of doing things is my way, right? But you went the conventional way. But little unbeknownst to you, the path to your right, the conventional path, had hurricanes, tsunamis, tornadoes, mudslides, every storm you could think of. But the unconventional path, the path less traveled, the one that God wanted you to take that you lacked the faith in, the only storms that you would run into was like a hurricane, one big one, and that was it. And maybe one other tornado further down the path. Not all of the other storms coming at you at once every time you hit a mile marker. You see the difference? I go through my challenges and struggles too, but I have way less of them than I did before because I'm following God's guidance. I'm being obedient. And sometimes it's hard to do, right? Like when God told me stop putting all these videos on YouTube, I said, wait, what, God, I'm supposed to get more stuff out there so more people could find me. Like, that's not what I'm telling you to do, Jess. Don't compare your YouTube channel to other people's. He saved me from some crazy ass conglomerate, some perfect storm thing, right? Everything else he's told me to do. Just get more rest, get more rest. Start changing up your healthcare routines again. Start getting Earth Harbor and tree nut products. Start, I don't know, wearing the vegan shoes when you go to work out, right? Again, I had to put money into it. God told me to get a gym membership for me and my son. That's more money per month, right? God told me to start buying these things instead for upping myself, boosting up my self care routine, to changing the products that I use, whatever, 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 right? Go treat like that dinner I had with my son last night. Go treat yourself to some oysters and a charcuterie board, right? With a mocktail, whatever. Be by the ocean. Go enjoy yourself because you deserve it with all the hard work that you put in. But even the meal that I ate was healthy, right? And God has led me to not go out and drink anymore. So that's a whole other thing that's been a little bit difficult, right? Because I wanted a glass of rosé, and God said, I know you want that, but get what your son is having. My son had a mocktail, and I got the same mocktail that my son got. And actually, it was healthier for me at the time to maximize the benefits of the food I was eating, right? It's being obedient. And you know what that has done for me? It's really not only boosted my spiritual gifts, but it's really enhanced the connection that I have with God. I hear him even more clear than I do before. I get all these crazy signs and synchronicities and downloads. I think of something and it manifests right away, right? Like we were supposed that when I asked for outside at the restaurant we went to because it was right by the ocean, the lady told me we only have high table. Is that okay? And my son are like, sure. And then I said to myself, no, I'm not settling for the high table. God didn't lead me to come over here to go eat at a high table. And I said, no, I want the round table. I said it in my mind's eye, guys. And what happened? By the time the other lady brought me and my son to the table, it was the last table for two in the patio. We didn't have to sit at the high table. I manifested within a couple of minutes the table that I wanted to sit in, and it so happened to be looking directly at the full moon in Virgo, right above the ocean. You have that unlimited potential to do things like that. When you get into this and you start really having a lot more faith in your abilities and really start listening to God, thoughts are manifesting very rapidly. When you're complaining to God, when you're questioning God, right? This is questioning God. When you're like, God, why am I going through all this? Why do I keep going through all these struggles? Why this? Why that? Why do I keep getting hit with all this stuff? Right? And you're having those negative thoughts, right? Or there's even like thoughts of jealousy, or like you have those work-life balance things or whatever. Um, you're being possessive about things. When you have low vibrational thoughts, when you're settling for second best, guess what you're going to get? Second best or less than that. Thoughts are manifesting very rapidly. Lack of faith means you have more fear. The more fear you have, the more you put that into your head and your psyche, you're going to attract, you're going to manifest more fear, more struggles, more battles, more challenges. When you think you're not enough, when you have very low self-worth, when you feel like you're not deserving of a beautiful life of wonderful things, guess what you're manifesting? You're manifesting that exactly. A very unhappy life, a very less fruitful and fertile and abundant life. It's like you're growing a garden in barren soil. Why are you doing that? You think less of yourself. The Queen of Pentacles does not think she's beautiful. She doesn't think she's worthy of anything. She thinks she's too fat, too skinny. Her boobs aren't big enough. She doesn't think that, and if you're a guy, you don't think you're handsome enough. You think you need the six pack. You think you need to be taller because some of you, you're shorter for a male, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Some of you, you don't value your voice, or some men, you think you want a deeper voice or something like that, or women, you think you want like a different hair color or a hair type or something like that. You guys know what this is for you. You got to seek validation outside of yourself. You got to get a permission slip to go to the gym, or you got to get a permission slip to give yourself a day off, to have a spa day and a beach day or whatever the hell day, or cozy up with a blanket and read a book day. You have the potential to do that for yourself. And when your thoughts are low, especially about yourself, about the life that you're living, about what you're not receiving, right? Because she's like, she doesn't receive. She has a hard time receiving. Those low thoughts, those negative thoughts, they are manifesting into challenges and battles and chaos and crazy shit. How you view yourself, how you value yourself determines your actual life, your outside world, and who you bring into it, right? You can be super high vibrational. What's going to happen is you're not going to be attracting people lower than that. And you got to be patient with attracting things, abundance, people who match your energy. Because queen energy is high vibrational energy. She has high standards, but she has a little bit of wiggle room. But she does have like absolutely no, like a list of non-negotiables, right? Like for me, I'm a Gemini sun. I was talking to my members about this. My son's double Gemini. We had these amazing intellectual conversations over dinner and during our walk yesterday. And my son's not even 15 yet, okay? And I love talking with my son. He's such a brilliant child. He's smarter than I am, and I'm fucking smart. I'm fucking brilliant. I know this. I value that about myself now, and I didn't before. My son, he takes the cake. He's an excellent conversationalist, and he knows things that he didn't look up, he didn't study, and he didn't like, he just knows shit. So for me, a non-negotiable is I can't have a relationship with someone, especially romantic, if they're not as smart as I am or smarter. But this is more intellect than smarts because you can have the smarts, but not the intellect. They're two different things. And some people may think that I'm being like vain about that. No, that's one of my standards. She has high standards. There is nothing wrong with holding high standards, right? I now value someone who has a very solid relationship with God. I didn't see that in my marriage. I had a relationship with God. It was different, but my husband at the time did not. That marriage didn't work for that one of those reasons. We didn't see eye to eye, but on top of that, I was not a queen when I got married, so I didn't marry a king, and there's nothing against my ex-husband. I still love him unconditionally. He's the father of my child, but I attracted that and I settled. And I saw the red flags. And there's nothing against him because he wasn't healed either. He had his issues. I had my issues. I was not a queen when I got married and I didn't attract a king, and that's okay. Because we're working on becoming, you work to become that. So for me, I have high standards. I now realize what I value in a very solid, stable relationship, which is also the hierophant commitment, a commitment with a higher purpose. I'm not settling for anything less than what I deserve based on what God wants for me. But this is more so, again, with the intelligence level, I've realized now I cannot have a relationship, especially romantic, with someone who's just not brilliant. I can't do it. That's gonna be boring as all hell to me. Someone who's not passionate about music like I am, nope. I'm gonna give you a test. I'm gonna give you 20 songs and you're gonna tell me the artist, or I'm gonna give you the artist and you're gonna give me a song, or we're gonna be somewhere and a song's gonna play and I'm gonna say, what song is this? Right? Or I'm gonna look at your phone and see what's in your Spotify account and see what type of music you listen to. If it's not as eclectic as mine, nope. You may think I'm crazy, but I have standards now because music is my number one love. I'm super passionate about it. If my person isn't passionate about that either, that's a no go. It's a non negotiable, right? Things like that. If you don't have a straight relationship with God, nope. As strong as mine, or if it's stronger, great, right? If you don't take care of yourself, if you're not healthy, if you don't have self esteem, if you're not confident about yourself, nope. If you can't get through your own battles and struggles without like caving in, nope. If you're not warm-hearted and generous like I am, nope. You see what I'm saying? If you're not balanced in your life, Do you see how some of you start to also understand with your romantic relationships or love life? Do you understand that you also have to reevaluate what it is that you value? Because again, the hierophant is there. That is understanding what is really of value. And when you build a closer relationship with God, you start to understand what you really start to value in life and in your relationships, to include love relationships. That's exactly what happened to me. I started to better understand what was really of value, what the meaning of life is. This Hierophant card talks about you going through this labyrinth of life to understand what the meaning of life is for you, setting your standards. But you need to really work on yourself to better understand what those standards are. And if you want to, you have to create the standards of the queen and embody the energies of the queen. And if you want, again, to be attracting a king in a relationship. I just explained to you with the marriage that I was in for almost 10 years, I was Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I did not value myself. I was very self-conscious about my appearance, and people think I'm crazy because people find me as a very attractive person. I didn't think that before most of my life. I didn't. I thought there was something wrong with me. I did. I thought I was too short. I have a Hispanic figure, right? And then there was like I got a little bit older. There's like a little underneath my thighs. It was kind of like wrinkly, like a little bit of cellulite there, whatever. Like I'll be honest, like my boobs aren't the same size, okay? And I was self-conscious about that. My hair even, because I don't have white people hair as I call it. I have a lot of mixed races in my blood. So I have naturally curly hair, but when I straighten it, it's still not like, it's not white people hair. And I would be subconscious about that too. There was everything. Like I'm too short. I'm not like thin enough. My legs aren't long. My legs are short, right? But I have a nice long torso. But still, you get the point. I was just totally distorted feminine. Totally distorted feminine. I'll totally admit to that. Nowadays, I'm like, nope. I'm starting to see about myself what I value, right? I'm starting to not be self-conscious and I'm looking at myself in the mirror and it's like, I like my shape. I like that I'm short because me being short actually has a purpose that has to do with my person, right? And my person pointed that out a long time ago and I didn't realize that, but I won't talk about that now. That'll come later. Um, Nowadays I'm just looking at myself in a very different light and valuing more about the features that I like, my smile, my eyes. I really like the shape of my eyes, that type of thing. Like I'm starting to I have more of an hourglass shape or whatever. And it's like, you know what? This looks pretty good. And even though I'm short, it doesn't matter. Remember that shirt that I wore? God made me short because it didn't take me that long to be perfect, for God to make me perfect. I took a short amount of time to be perfect than people who are taller than me. But you get the point, right? Good things come in small packages. Um, there's also when I talked about valuing my intellect, right? I would be the smartest kid in the class or one of the smartest kids in the class. In most cases, I was the smartest kid in the class. I did exceptionally well in school. Almost everything I touched turned to gold. It's like the king energy. King of Pentacles is having the Midas touch, right? Almost everything I touched turned to gold. And I would just be, my mom would tell me, you were so smart as a child. Like the teachers are like, where is she getting this from? Right? Very, very brilliant. And I thought that was a setback. Or not a setback, I thought that was a negative thing about myself. I didn't value that. I wanted to be the prettier one, the popular one. I didn't have a boyfriend till I got to college. So that entire time, guys, I thought there was something wrong with me. I was total Queen of Pentacles. I thought, wow, I must not be good enough. But my thing was I wasn't pretty enough. And sometimes when I had the courage and I wrote a little love note to a guy that I liked and, oh, well, you're too nice. And some guys actually said I was too smart. Do you know how much that really messed me up? I thought being smart was a bad thing. I thought that was a bad thing. I said, well, I guess, looks are better than brains. I guess beauty's better than brains, right? But I didn't see my inner beauty, right? I wasn't looking at that at all. And I was basing it off of everybody else until I started to realize things when I went through my awakening. And then I built a stronger relationship from God that was not really fully tied to my Catholic upbringing. I don't knock the Catholic religion. I'm not knocking religions. It's just that you don't need religion to be spiritual. You don't need religion to build an amazing relationship with God. You don't. God created us very differently. So we're all going to have very, very different relationships with God. We're all going to find different things of value in our lives. And that's God showing us what we need to be valuing. and how to get into alignment with that so we can attract the things that are of those things of value. Um, it's just so funny now these days, the amount of confidence I have within myself is right, especially like earlier, like I was just on fire and people probably like, whoa, where the hell is this coming from? I'm not watching this anymore. It sounds like a huge lecture, but I don't give a shit. And it feels really good when you speak like that with such firepower and you have that much confidence in yourself and you're flat out saying you can turn this off right now, you can unsubscribe, you can go away, I don't give two fucks because that's your problem, not mine. Do you know how much balls that takes to say? But that's really stemming from how much confidence you have because you know your potential, you know your value, you know your worth. And if nobody likes it, tough shit, right? And you move on. And you still wear the crown on your fucking head. And you walk around parading like you are Queen Bee, right? But you are embodying it already. And you are not seeking validation outside of yourself. You don't need anyone to tell you anything about how brilliant you are, how smart you are, how beautiful you are, how handsome you are, how capable you are, how creative you are, how good you are at something. You determine that by you. And the only person you're supposed to be pleasing is God at the end of the day. That's it. Not anybody else. Not even your masculine, right? But you got to watch your thoughts here. You really do. But there is somebody. There's like one or two people here. You've been going through a lot of struggles, a lot it's more challenges, a lot of things coming your way, but you had faith and you kept going. You had a lot of misunderstandings about yourself, about who you are, about what you're capable of, about your own potential. And you built that relationship with God, and you trusted in God every step of the way. And you started to move away from the programming of your religious upbringing, of your parental upbringing, of societal conditioning, right? Even your marriage, if you were married, you started to find your own worth after that marriage was over for some of you. And you started to see what was really of value in yourself and in your life. And that you are a queen, but you worked on becoming that queen. Acting, thinking, drinking, sleeping, dressing like one, operating, embodying, integrating that energy. So it looks like there's a masculine here who had some misunderstandings about you too. That you are not the traditional queen. You are not the traditional high valued woman or man. You have standards, you set them high. You're a highly valued person and you know you're not going to settle for anything less than that. And some people or this masculine was misunderstanding this about you. You were doing a lot of things the unconventional way. And somebody here is admiring you for that. And so they mistook you as someone who was possessive, who was vain, who cared about money, money only, who only cared about their looks. Like the Queen of Pentacles for me is somebody who needs to put on makeup to go to Walmart or do a Target run, right? Or you got to put on makeup or put on heels or dress up nice to go to the gas station, right? Something like that. Or this is a joke. I've heard of this before. I don't know if anybody's done this, but something about needing to, I think this was at a comedy show, putting on heels and putting on makeup and jewelry just to take the trash out of the front of the house. I don't know if that's a real thing, but I think that was in a comedy show. I don't know whose it was. Something like that. That is the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, right? Like too self-conscious about how they look when they go somewhere or even when they go to bed, right? The Queen of Pentacles can be somebody who needs to put makeup on when they go to bed, or they need to dress in a way that looks good when they go to bed. There's also an energy, and this is not to judge anybody, but I have to say it. This is like when a mother is self-conscious when she's about to deliver a child, so she doesn't want any pictures during certain times, and she has to have makeup on and her hair done when she has the baby. Again, if that's your thing, fine. But my guides are telling me that is a Queen of Pentacles thing because you are not giving birth the natural looking way. The Queen of Pentacles is natural looking. She doesn't have to overdo it with the makeup. She doesn't have to overdo it with the lips and like plumping up the lips so they look a lot fuller or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? She doesn't have to do it with like the Queen of Pentacles in the upright does not wear fake eyelashes. She does not put something Botox in her forehead. She doesn't plump her lips up. She doesn't try to put all this stuff on her face to hide blemishes or whatever. To like it's like masking herself too much. That is not a Queen of Pentacles in the upright, right? So there's something about that here. Yeah. All goes back to this happiness emoji card. What are you going to do to feel like this? You got to do what is necessary in the natural, your natural looking self. You know, you have to see your inner beauty, and the inner beauty comes out when it's ugly on the inside. You can look hot as shit on the outside, but at the end of the day, it's going to turn to some ugliness. It will manifest into a not so like happy faced, joyful person. The top of the deck is it's time to reap what you've sown. Expect miracles. See, so for some feminine here, if you got my card of the week reading, I think that was in the card of the week reading on my mobile app. My mobile app, I do free readings, by the way. I pull a card of the week, and then I do have an extended reading that you can purchase if it's not part of your membership plan. It's an extended reading on that card of the week to give you a lot more insight awareness and some other messages. Um, I think that card came out for this week, or it came out in a daily. But the point here is, what did I say about the Queen of Pentacles? She's patient for the miracles to come in, but she aligns herself with it. She does what is necessary in the physical by taking care of herself to have miracles happen, to have people like really help her out. She's helping people out, but she's helping herself, right? First and foremost. The Queen of Pentacles really gets into a state of grounding and patience so that while she's doing her work, she knows her hard work is going to pay off, right? What you reap is what you sow. If you're not reaping anything, if you're not planting healthy seeds into fertile ground, your garden won't grow. If you don't water them, if you don't make sure they're in good soil, if you don't give them sunlight, you're not going to sow that, right? And if you're not believing and expecting in miracles and doing the work to align yourself with those, I'm all of a sudden getting like a stuffy nose for whatever reason. It's like somebody's sick or something. You don't do your part, don't expect the miracles. God doesn't just plop things into our laps when we don't do the work and we're not prioritizing ourselves. Okay? That's not how God works, man. God is a miracle worker, but it's like you've got to do your part. He's not giving miracles to those who don't take care of themselves, who are work, 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 all work and no play, right? Especially if they're not valuing themselves, and especially if they don't think that they're beautiful. It's like God made you who you are for a reason. It's like what I was talking about when I was so self-conscious about my own shit. This requires patience. Miracles take patience, but remember, you've got to put in the hard work for miracles to come in. So, Archangel Raphael wants to say something because we have a big message again on self-care and healing. So, what would Archangel Raphael like to share with us to support the collective with this reading? Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Salons, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Whoa, this is a powerful deck, guys, and I just got this. Leave a stressful situation behind. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for giving me the courage and willingness to take good care of myself, including surrounding myself with healthy relationships and positive situations. This is also you getting yourself out of the fucking drama, guys. What is going on? You need to take yourself out of the equation. This keeps coming up, and it's going to keep coming up until you do something about it. It's not going to magically go away. Leave a stressful situation behind. It's interfering with your fucking health. Get with the program. I mean, what are you doing? It's simple enough for you to get yourself out of this. You're causing your own chaos. It's exactly what I was saying. Laughter is the best medicine. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for reminding me to detach and find the humor and irony within every human drama. You can't make it up, man. There's the drama right there, the chaos. Hi, Ashi. Thank you. How are you? Yeah, there's a lot of Piscean birthdays coming up. Children, dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me to help children. Some of you, your kids are causing a lot of stuff. Okay? Some of your kids are causing some of the drama. You need to nip that in the bud, or you need to take yourself out of that. If your kid caused something, maybe you need to just remove yourself. I did say something with family, did I not? I did say something about kids. Stretch. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for staying by my side and motivating me to take excellent care of myself in all ways. Do some stretching, do some yoga. I don't know what else to say, everybody. I don't. I've never used this deck before. I just got this deck yesterday, and this deck doesn't exist anymore. So I was blessed to get this deck miraculously. It's still giving you the same message. I said at the beginning, I can use 50 million decks. It's going to give you the same message, which means some of you are still not following the divine guidance. and it's coming from them, not from me. And I know without a doubt it's triggering the shit out of you, which means you are too stubborn to do something about it. Because you know deep in your heart's core that you've got to change something about what you are doing in your life. You got to be the change you wish to see, and that's going to be very hard. But the tarot can't fix your life. It can't do anything for you. I can't fix your life either. I cannot make miracles happen for you. You got to be the one to fucking do it yourself. But, geez, Louise, man, thank you for backing me up. Again, good night's sleep. See what I'm saying? Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me relax and sleep deeply, for I know that you are guiding, healing, and protecting me while I rest. I've never used these before either. I don't know what else you fucking need. I really don't. I really don't. This is very hard for me to do because I want to say something, and my guides are like, Archangel Michael, I'm praying to him. I'm like, Archangel Michael, help me. He's like, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I know, I know. I gotta keep it to myself. Listen, you need to listen. Those of you who are saying you're doing all this stuff, yeah, I'm exercising and I'm doing this and I'm taking care of myself. Look what I did today and whatever, whatever. You're lying. You're flat out lying. Stop. It ain't gonna get you anywhere. It's like there's this inner conflict going on with you because you want to make yourself look good. Because you know you're not putting in the work, but you want to make everybody else think that you're putting in the work when you're not. Well, guess what? It shows. Because if you're falling asleep in the middle of nowhere, yeah, you ran out of energy, right? Some of you, you've been affected by this full moon. This full moon, while I'm getting a lot of rest, it's amping up my energies, right? I did the full moon activation yesterday. That was like it was actually 4 hours and 44 minutes. That's the archangel number, angelic realm number, right? I do what I got to do to take care of myself and I get my sleep. But then I'm all ready to go the next day. I'm all ready to go the next day. So some of you you're kind of saying that you're doing all these things, but there's a sleeping thing, or you're falling asleep in the middle of things you shouldn't be falling asleep in. I'm really tired, and I know this new moon is making us very tired. You gotta rest, right? But sometimes when God is leading you to like, okay, here's God right here, here's some divine guidance, here's some messages, and you're sleeping through the messages, you're just missing out on what God you need to be following. Top of the deck is meditation. Dear Archangel Raphael, please meditate with me and guide my mind and body to focus upon peace, health, and wellness. You guys need to meditate some more and connect with God that way. I'm telling you, I can really teach you a thing or two about these things. That leads to miracles, guys. It does. Wellness, right? Capella Wellness. Like, hello. That's why I'm not Capella Tarot. I'm utilizing this stuff to teach very different things. And in my coaching, in my daily guidance, in my monthly messages, depending on the membership that you have, I put wellness and self-care into it all the damn time. And if you get a deep chakra healing reading with me, that actually leads to giving you an actual overview of what your daily routine should be. And usually the guidance, if you get a deep chakra healing reading, You have a coaching session, a 1 hour coaching session after that, where you and I will go over your daily routine, a suggested daily routine Monday through Sunday on what is going to work best for you to get you to that Queen of Pentacles. But that's based off of the deep chakra healing reading. And it's based off of other coaching, it's based off of other readings too. But usually the deep chakra healing, I'm now incorporating, like encouraging the individual to get like a 1 hour coaching session where based off of that reading, because some of the daily routine stuff shows up in that reading, we go through a day by day routine that you can start off with, and then you can tweak it to your own liking. Because as you do that, God will start to give you instruction. God will start to say, hey, so and so, why don't you do this meditation for 15 minutes instead of 10? Hey, so and so, why don't you start doing this on top of this, right? God will tell you what's going to work for you after you get some sort of basic instruction on what those daily routines should be. And for some of you, your children, they're overtaking your life. No, 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 no. That's a programming thing. It's like some of you, your kids are like causing some drama. Oh, why? Why? I mean, you're the adult, right? You're the adult. I heard Archangel Raphael has spoken. Now we're going to see what Archangel Michael has to say because the Archangel's got some big messages. They have some big messages today. All right, Archangel Michael, please reveal to us for highest good. What would you like to share with this collective? What would you like to add to Archangel Raphael's guidance, please? And thank you. Look at that. Your prayers are being answered. Your prayers are being received by the divine. Answers will come soon, although perhaps in forms you didn't expect. Do you know how many times this has been coming out, especially if you're a member of mine? I do highly recommend that you invest in a membership at least, even if it's the daily guidance, guys. But like if you really need the coaching, it is well worth it. Okay? Because it's going to manifest in bigger ways than you expect. And some people you've been praying to God. That's why the Hierophant's in the reverse. God's not listening to me. Why is he giving me all these struggles and problems? Why do I keep running into stupid shit? You're complaining and you're complaining and you're hitting brick after brick after brick. You prayed and God gave you the answer to your prayer through something, through a person, through a gift, whatever. But you're like, that's not what I wanted. And I'm going to say it because some people you've prayed for help with your health, your wellness, your life. You want to get out of these chaotic situations and these struggles and challenges. It's overbearing you, right? And God may have very well sent you to this video because I'm in it, right? I'm the one channeling. I'm the one who offers the coaching and the teaching. It led you to me. You prayed for something for someone, and I showed up out of nowhere. Yet you're too stubborn to follow the guidance. I got to keep it real, guys. I'm 1000% real on this channel and not anything less. Not even 999.99999%. It's 1,000. Because if I'm not 1,000% real and authentic, I'm not doing my fucking job. And if I'm not doing my job, I'm not pleasing my ultimate boss up there, my creator, right? My God, I'm not obeying his word. And you're like, no, it's not what I expected. Wait, I got to do work? I got to change things around? What do you mean? I thought I was a queen, and why am I not getting the queen-like things? I have to work to become the queen? Yeah. And your prayer is being answered for whatever this is through somebody else. God's not gonna make it easy, guys. He's not gonna answer our prayers and just be like, "Oh, you prayed for this magical chaos. You prayed for this chaotic life to go away. Sure, here's your miracle." But he's saying you need to work for it. You need to be in alignment with the miracle. And there are some things about miracles people say, God is the way maker, and he's the one who creates miracles, and you just pray for it. Ooh, ask and it shall be done unto you, right? You know what they admitted in that they're telling me right now? Ask, do the work, and it shall be done unto you. Holy shit. Thank you for that epiphany, God. Ask, do your part, do the work, and it shall be given to you. But you also have to have faith and you have to believe that it's going to happen, but you have to be patient that it will come around. Have no fear. Fear is a trap of the ego. Allow me to use my sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. What are you afraid of? Should be afraid of nothing, or you need to work towards having more faith over fear. I did tell you guys that because this is in the reverse, you're still afraid. Some of you are afraid to upgrade to something. Some of you are afraid to get into something, to invest into something, to start focusing more on yourself. Why? When God sees you doing that for yourself, He's going to provide you with whatever it is that you need, especially if it's financial, because we have a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse here. Some of you do not trust that God is your only source and supply. You don't trust that he's going to help you pay the bills with whatever it is that you're fearful of. You don't trust that he's always going to give you what you need when you need it. He's a good father. He's the ultimate provider, protector for everybody. What is the issue? I know it's not easy, guys. I've been there. Do you know that the phrase fear not is the most utilized phrase in all the Bible? I think it's in the Bible over 100 times. Fear not, fear not, fear not, fear not, fear not, guys. Where is your faith? Bottom of the deck. Someone new is coming. I knew it, guys. Hold on. They want me to go back to this. There's unicorn energy here. Gotta believe in the impossible. There's a dove here. Okay. And there are two doves here. I know this is very, very, very significant for me. Bottom of the deck says someone new is coming. An important new relationship is on the horizon. Open your mind and heart so that happiness can enter your life. Be open and receptive to what's coming in. Listen, you prayed for something and it's a person who's going to help you. Open your mind and heart so that happiness can enter your life. This is also about peace. Doves represent peace, joy, happiness. Some of you want peace in your life. You want these things to stop happening or to have less of it, but you're not following your divine guidance. God sent you someone to answer your prayer, and you're like, no, I want the easy way out. There's no easy way out to get to the Queen of Pentacles. There is no easy way out to see miracles in your life. Mm-mm. And you having fear is not going to align with the miracles, guys. Miracles are high vibrational energy. Fear is low vibrational energy. That's not a match. You can't attract miracles with fear. Okay. For the others of you, this is about your counterpart. You're praying for something about your counterpart, getting communication, seeing them, whatever it is that this relationship will manifest. But again, the Hierophant and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. You're not doing things, or you're not staying consistent with doing the work to make it happen. Self-care is a huge check mark when it comes to union with self, guys. And you got to be in union with self before you have the permanent harmonious union with your person. You prayed for a connection to be restored, renewed, to happen, but God sent you somebody to help you to manifest that connection, to renew that connection, to resurrect that connection. For the 1-2 people here, you followed God's word. Somebody here has faith that is large as the universe, is what they wanted me to say. Your faith is not as small as a mustard seed. Your faith is exceptionally huge. And you've been patient, waiting for a connection to come in for a very long time. Oh, they just had me realize the Hierophant is a 5. There's 2 5s here. Yeah, changes really need to be made. Adjustments really need to be made. But there's 1 or 2 people here. Your thoughts are already manifesting rapidly, and you've been seeing this a lot for the past few months. You now understand your potential, and you have been working very closely with the Ascended Masters. I'm also hearing that there is somebody around you in the physical world, this new person who's been sent to you that you prayed about. They are actually an incarnation of an Ascended Master to support you with what you need support with. But for the person who's aligned, you have faith, a tremendous amount of faith over fear. Somebody's prayers are about to be answered, and you've thought of something. God has been giving you evidence that you are in alignment, and whatever it is you prayed about, you asked for, you thought of, it's about to appear really quickly because you've aligned with that energy for you to have faith in your thoughts and your dreams and your desires and your prayers. But you also knew that certain prayers were going to take a long time to manifest. But it looks like, because now God is showing you, ooh, they just gave me a huge sign that you are insanely close to permanent union. But I cannot give that to you here. That's only going to be for certain members, because some of you are not going to understand it. This is huge. There's a huge sign that tells you that your connection is on the horizon. It is right around the corner. Top of the deck, it's almost over. Your current challenges will soon be resolved, and you will be able to look to the future with a smile. See, for somebody, it's coming in at the 11th hour. This clock is 11 o'clock. Something is coming in at the 11th hour, or help is coming to you at the 11th hour, or help has already come to you and you're not accepting the help from somebody that you pray. It's not somebody that you prayed for. You prayed for something, but God is sending it to you through somebody. Again, God is sending you, has already sent you someone who's going to help you to have these current challenges be resolved. And they're going to be resolved one by one. Okay. This person is going to help you to overcome these challenges, battles, and struggles. And when you come into these challenges and battles, you're going to be like, okay, I've got this. I've got this. So Archangel Michael's deck ran into Archangel Raphael's, okay? And my guide said, look at Archangel Raphael told me, look at my deck again. I said, okay. You know that the good night's sleep is below it, right? What does it say above it? Organic foods. What did I say about the Queen of Pentacles investing in organic food? Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for supporting my desire to consume and use organic products. See, it's not just food, it's also products. I talked about the products. And look, there's detoxification after that. Thank you for cleansing up my body, mind, and life so that I may happily and healthfully live free of chemicals, Archangel Raphael. And prayer works. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for hearing and answering my prayer of whatever prayer that is. See, I use tarot in a very, very different way. You want these crazy things to be over? You need to accept the help that has been given to you to help you get through them. Because some of you are being a bit stubborn, thinking you can get through these things alone, or you're thinking that even you don't need God to get through them. You need God for everything. And some of you are asking God to resolve it, but God is sending somebody in as a reinforcement to help you with this. The cards don't lie here. All right, 42. If you're 42 years old, this is a huge message for you. 14, 28. Those numbers could be significant. Let me read the 42 card first. Your prayers are being answered. In the forgetting of your oneness with Source that accompanies your earthly incarnation, it can be easy to fall into the belief that your prayers are unheard and unanswered. That's because somebody's been sent to you to answer your prayer, and you're not. You want something different. You don't want to accept that help. My darling child, this is simply not true. It is never true. I and all the other angels have deep compassion for you laboring under this misconception. See what the misunderstandings of what God has been sending to you? What may be true is that you are not getting the answer you expected, so you do not recognize it as an answered prayer. A different path to joy, the one you envisioned, may be in progress for you. Or perhaps you are distracted by life in such a way that you don't even realize that you're being spoken to by heaven. That's why I said some of you can't even hear God. In the human experience, the timing of an answered prayer can also be confusing. You are impatient and you want the answers to your prayers now. But sometimes waiting for the right moment to receive the answer is as much as part of the process as the answer itself. Use this affirmation. Every single prayer is being answered in perfect timing. Ask your guardian angels and me to help amplify the answer to your prayer so that it is clearly heard, and we will happily do so. You can also ask me for the patience necessary to keep up your faith when the timing of the answer is challenging. Need they say more? Have no fear. Life can be scary. Sometimes you may fear a situation that is before you because people are often terrified of the unknown. This can create an energetic connection to the very things we're afraid of. That's why my sword of light can help. If you ask, I can sever those connections with a wave of my sword. What's important to remember is that you are never ever alone, not even for a second. Your guardian angels are with you every moment of every day of your life. Likewise, I am also with you at any moment you wish me to be. All you have to do is ask. This is why this card came out here. Some people think of me as a warrior archangel, but the only war I'm engaged in is the one I'm fighting alongside you. The war against your ego and against the fear and worry it causes in your life. You don't have to be afraid. Take a moment to breathe through your fears. Consider meditation or walks in nature to calm you. Know deep in your heart that you are loved and protected and that your choices are being anglically guided. Angelically guided. Somebody's a- Anglican here, religion. It's time to leave fear behind and live your fullest, very best life. 28. Someone new is coming. As souls progress and evolve through the human existence, it takes more and more interactions with other souls to keep that evolution moving higher and higher. Because of that, the introduction of new people into your life has never been more important than it is right now. Someone new is about to enter your orbit. This may be the start of a romantic relationship, or someone previously known to you may catch you rather by surprise and bring a fresh flush of love and joy into your life. This message can also represent your current partner if that person has been on a path of growth or evolution. In short, they have become someone new in your life. This card can also herald an intimate friendship. This is a soulmate relationship that is platonic but just as impactful as a romantic relationship would be. Your soul will likely recognize them as important right away since you have probably shared a past life with them. Whatever form the new relationship takes, what is so beautiful about this person is that your paths will cross in such a way as to spotlight what each of you needs to learn to grow from the other right now. It will probably be a joyful acquaintanceship, but it's also possible that the interaction is to help one or both of you to heal from past challenges. Open your heart to new people today without expectation for what role they might play in your life. Accept them for who they are and don't hold back. As you grow spiritually through the relationship, you may find that someone new inside you too. So, as I was reading this, I picked up an energy that somebody asked God, they prayed to God for something to deal with, help with their health, a struggle, a battle, a challenge. And God sent them a Queen of Pentacles, or more, God sent them someone who's very beautiful inside and out, someone who's very understanding, very warm, very nurturing, someone who cares about the well being of others. But for somebody here, you're caught off by how attractive they are. You're caught off by their beauty, but you're also caught off by like the generosity of their heart, the beauty that they have inside. And you're like, that doesn't make sense. Why is this person helping me? Right? I look like a troll. I'm seeing some, the trolls with like the crazy ass hair, but I'm also seeing like trolls with the long beards and things. That's significant for somebody. I get a Scorpio here. So it's like somebody was confused. Like, whoa, 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 whoa. They had somebody walk into my life, but they look like that. I didn't know that they could help me out or that they were like a spiritual counselor or something along those lines, right? That's kind of what I'm getting. And somebody feels a certain way for this person. You're like, why do I feel this way about this person? But again, it could be platonic, but it could be a strong soul connection because you guys helped each other before, or you were together in a past life, or it's more of you guys helped each other in a past life and your soul's recognizing this person, and this person's come back into your life this lifetime, and you're kind of taken aback by like the beauty of this person or like how attractive this person is, but it's more so somebody's conflicted with the outer beauty but also the inner beauty, because I'm hearing beauty and brain. Someone is very confused or they misunderstood that they didn't realize that someone who's very beautiful, very attractive could also have a beautiful heart and a beautiful mind. Something about somebody can have beauty and brains and someone's like that's just not possible, right? You could have prayed for somebody to help you out with something, and God sent you this vision, this unicorn, and you're like, whoa, 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 that's not what I was expecting. How is that possible? How is this actual upright Queen of Pentacles not somebody who's vain, not somebody who's all in it for money, not somebody who's all about looks type of thing, right? So I'm getting that for somebody here. It's kind of weird that that came out as I was reading that. Somebody can't sleep because of this person. I don't know. That's what I got. Okay. So, Holy Spirit, do I need to do anything else? Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to pull a chakra card because I know some of you peoples need to do some chakra work. I'm going to say it right now. Like serious. And remember, just like myself, the chakra work isn't just a one and done thing. You got to be doing that on a daily basis. Not today, Satan. I'm going to keep going here. Wow, Jason, I'm just reading your comment. You would pass out because you were doing so much? Yeah. See? Nope, nope, nope. You know what's underneath the someone is coming? Be a light to others. You have a powerful message to share. Shine your light on the world so that others can learn from you. You're going through these struggles and challenges, guys, because you're going to be teaching them to other people and they're going to resonate with you and they're going to see how you overcame them and how you are glowing and you're radiating. Even you went through the toughest storms, you went through the toughest shit, you went through the most chaotic stuff in your life, and you came out on the other side smiling, glowing, happy as a lark. You came out even better on the other side of that storm than what you did when you entered it. That's power right there. Again, opening up your heart. No one is perfect. Stop judging yourself and others and let love heal this situation. There is a judgment of a Queen of Pentacles here. The upright one. And it's probably a judgment of the help that was given to you. And you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Why is this person helping me? I was expecting somebody much older or somebody who wasn't as attractive or somebody who wasn't as kind and generous and who cared about my well-being, who wanted what's best for me, right? That's what I'm getting for somebody. All right. What work needs to be done for the collective, Holy Spirit? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Don't forget, if you are a Capella member, you do get certain percentages off of all of my service, even with the lowest tier. Okay? No, wait. Yeah, I think so. Yes. The higher membership, the higher tier, the higher the discount off of all my services. And as long as you are a member every month, okay, you get to utilize that coupon code as many times as you want, as long as your membership is active. Okay. So let's say you get the interstellar tier. It's one of my best tiers. Okay. Um, you get 20% off every single service, no matter what the price is for the healing session, the reading, whatever. You get 20% off, provided it's not a reading on sale. That's when I don't allow the coupons to be used. However, that is a great, they get 20% off. That is a great percentage off of any service, provided that it's not on sale. Okay. So, why am I saying that, guys? Oh, I'm talking about every tier does have a percentage off. But what I'm trying to say is, as long as you're active, is your monthly membership is active, um, you will be able to utilize that coupon code unlimited. It's unlimited usage, right? I'm looking at that card. Okay. Wow. Your solar plexus. For some of you, it's one thing that you got to work on, your confidence level. Mookite could be a crystal that could help you with this. And this card is shine for the solar plexus chakra. You are made of stardust, so keep sparkling. This is about your light. This is about the glow. Okay? You got to shine your light. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is not shining her light. What's interesting is that I made this bracelet. You can't tell because the lettering is in gold. Maybe you can see it. That says shine right there. I repurposed the bracelet that I bought from Karma and Luck, and I made my own with my stars on it. See, stardust. This bracelet I made for myself. If you would like a shine bracelet similar to this, let me know. I would be happy to make one for you. Whatever stone you want, whatever, you let me know. I can even do male bracelets too. If you want the word shine, I have different beads for that if you want that as a reminder for you to shine. So it's like one of the reasons why I made it for myself and I repurposed the beads. I gotta remember to shine my light no matter what happens in my life, and even dealing with the struggles that I do within my own with my own mission work and my business and stuff. I have to keep doing my shining. I have to keep sparkling. It's like that song, "Keep Shining." What it's in that song that they did for uh, when they were doing charitable work for Africa. It's the one with Michael Jackson led. "We Are the World," I think it is. No, not "We Are the World." It's the other one. That's what friends are for. Yeah. Bottom of the deck is listening. If you want to be heard, learn to listen. Throat chakra. Is this Larimar? I need to turn on a light. Hold on. It's Larimar. This is a sign for me too. There's the throat chakra card. Throat chakra and solar plexus. Larimar can help with your throat chakra. All right. But remember, even getting crystals and things isn't going to fully help to clear, block, strengthen, enhance chakras, guys. A lot of deeper work needs to be done. And those challenges, those blocks, those obstacles, you got to remove them. If you want to be heard, you need to learn to listen. Listen to your divine guidance. The throat chakra is about truth and authenticity and integrity, communication, the communication being disseminated to you for you to get you to shine. And that means you got to do your self-care. You got to take better care of yourself and your health in the physical plane if you want to shine brighter. You've got that queen within you. But again, the physical part is part of the shining. It's part of the sparkling. You will know who a true divine feminine Christ is just by their outer appearance. And this does not mean you have to look like a Victoria's Secret model. It's not what I'm saying. You see the glow. You see the joy. You see like how healthy they look. Their energy is very high, right? They don't look disheveled. They don't look frumpy. They're not like all like I don't feel like dressing up today, or I don't feel like showing my face. Here's another thing. A true divine feminine Christ is really going to show their face on camera. And that's why my guides told me when I started doing YouTube, I had to be comfortable with speaking my truth without putting my face in the camera. And then my guide said, now you got to show your face, Jess. And I said, what? It's tough enough for me to do the YouTube thing, period, by people watching my videos and hearing my voice and what I'm channeling. And they said, no, you're going to shine brighter when you start putting your face out there. And that really boosted my confidence. And now I'm like, if I were to stand in front of millions of people, it's not going to faze me as much because God's given me the practice to do this. And I'm not going to be self conscious about my appearance either. I'm here to do God's work. I'm here to shine. I'm here to be the beacon of light, faith, and hope for people to get them to get them through their struggles and challenges similar to what I've gone through, to get them to shine their light, to motivate them, to inspire them to be the best version of themselves, but it's more of like really coming into their own and not being afraid of encouraging people to not be afraid of who they are. It's also encouraging people to not be so self-conscious about their appearance, right? You can change that, but don't change that for somebody else. You do that for you. You do the health part for you. But again, that shining energy, it's increasing the luminosity of your inner light so that your outer light shines, it increases, right? But that always starts with wellness and your physical well being. And it's all part of the process. You can do all the energy healing, you can do all the mantras, you can do all for affirmations, you can do all of the meditations you want till you're blue in the face. If you don't take care of your physical self, it's not going to all work. Health, wellness, well being is pivotal in your work to getting into union with self. And if you want this counterpart connection to manifest in the physical, you better damn well start doing the work because that king is not going to want an unhealthy person. Period. A king is not going to want someone who doesn't value their health, their life, their well being, who values their appearance. They want to take them to nice restaurants, and you're going to be like, I don't like wearing dresses, I don't like wearing heels, like, well, then your king's not going to take you to like a fancy restaurant. You see what I'm saying? There's something also about the dress here. Remember, if it's a masculine male, they like physical things. They're very physical beings. They like for their woman, man, whatever it is, to look good. But this is not vanity. This is not saying, oh, I'm not going to go take the feminine out if she doesn't look good. No. But if he's going to take you to something high class, you better like look the part and dress the part and act the part, right? Classy lady, whatever it is. What is it? A lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets? That's what this divine masculine is looking for, feminines. I can't say anything else, right? Listen to your divine guidance. Listen to the truth that is being communicated to you, whether it's from God, me, something else, but you know what it is you need to do, right? But one huge indication, again, if someone who's really aligned with their feminine energy, they're going to be sure, and if especially they do YouTube or Instagram or something like that, their profile is going to have their face in it. When they do videos, whether they do regular videos or not, it could be um, with their face in it or not. But if they are showing their face often or every now and again, that means that that person is not afraid to shine in front of others, but like their physical selves to shine in front of others. Because some feminines are still afraid of putting their face out there. But my guys were telling me they're not fully divine feminine when they don't show their face. If they're doing everything for the mission work and not showing 1 ounce of their face, one angle, whatever, but they have, it's like my person said, I can't do this, right? Because he told me you gotta stop. You do not like showing your face. I love it because I watch that video all the time and I just smile. But he was right, right? I think there's a reason why they told me to put my hair behind my ears today. I got guided to do that and to wear like a heart barrette, something different. That's a sign for somebody. But my person was like, I can't listen to you when you have half of your bangs covering your face. I'm getting distracted. He literally told me this, right? Like, can you just like pull your hair back or whatever? Can you just like show your face or whatever? What's the problem? Why are you hiding? He was totally right. He was totally right. And I know for me, I know this is part of aligning with my divine feminine self, because me showing my face and not hiding behind my hair was going to be a huge message to my masculine. It's kind of like proof, or more so, um, God testing me to see if I've done my work, to see if I'm still going to be self conscious, to see if I'm going to be afraid of what my hair looks like what my outfit looks like, whatever, right? I mean, I'm going to dress, the way I want to dress, but I'm not going to get so hung up on everything being perfect, right? Like, I only did eye makeup. I didn't do the whole foundation. I have like my red lip gloss here, right? Or whatever. But, and then my earrings and stuff and my jewelry, and I put my top on, whatever, and then that's it. I didn't go completely all out. I'm not going to go put all this cakey makeup on when I'm not going out or something. It's just my eyes are one of my favorite features. So I'm like, I'll just do my eyes, put red um, lip gloss on, and my red tank top and whatever, matching jewelry, whatever. Done, right? I know I don't need to overdo it, but I know me doing this was also going to help the masculine see the changes that I've made, right? That I'm really not afraid to show my real self, to be me, to be who I really am, right? And not giving a shit about what anybody thinks, not worrying about who's watching me, who's not, where this video is going, whether if it gets any traction or whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. I gotta be real, man. The masculine is looking for a real ass person. You want real love like Mary J. Blige? You gotta be fucking real. And I mean 1,000%. Like I said, not 999.99999%. It's 1,000. It's not even 100. And you can't be doing things for somebody else. You've got to be all you and nothing but all you. It's the realness that is important. Anyway, that's the collective message. So, my guides are saying their final words to you are, you better get on your shit. And if you guys are counterparts and you want this union to happen in the physical, you need to turn that Queen of Pentacles into the upright. Health has everything to do with the union with your person. But remember that health has everything to do with union with yourself first. We're not focusing on the connection with your person. We're focusing on you and only you. So if you're still caught up on whether this person's coming along or whatever or whatnot, you got to stop. This is about you. Oh, Jason, you just realized something. Multiples of 14 with the numbers? 14, 28, 42. Wow, Jason, that's impressive. 14 is the temperance card. That's balance. That's also a form of self-care. Wow, Jason, thanks for that. That's fantastic. Like I said, you ain't gonna get no emperor coming to you, no king if you ain't that queen. You don't look like it. You're not glowing. You're in a completely jovial, ecstatic, amazing place. If you're gonna rule an empire, you better be physically fit for it. You want to be going 10 hours at it with your person, you better be physically fit for it. But you got to do the work. There's no other way around it. There's no shortcut. You got to do the work. I don't know how else to tell you. You want those miracles coming in, you gotta do the work. All right. You know what's funny? I look different in the mirror across from myself, a little different in the phone looking back at me, and a little different in the playback of my life. It's really strange. See, this thing's trying to fall on my candles. Archangel Michael, can you please better support this? You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? Because I'm not gonna be here for more hours. I'm gonna do this. There. Okay, Jason. You wanted the love song dedications, correct? Okay. If anybody else would like Alrighty. There's a masculine here who has something to say. Hold up, Jason. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold on. Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Plating Syrians, please reveal to us for highest good. What does the masculine want to say? Holy Spirit, Archangels, Jesus, Mary, Magdalene, Mother Mary, please and thank you. This candle keeps going out. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh my God, what's happening? This song that's coming up now, this is for me. It's like synchronizing with the why I'm being told to do the masculine messages. Okay, Holy Spirit, Archangels, thank you. Things aren't always what they seem. Look closer. Keep your light on. Yeah, don't dim your light. Ah, when candle get yeah, thank you, Jason. Yep, see? You gotta keep shining your light no matter what. Even through the challenges and struggles, guys, you gotta keep shining your light. It's exactly what I was saying. Listen, I have been challenged with continuing to do this work. And when I was on my walk today, my guides were like, Jess, just keep on because at least one person needs to get that message. We understand that a lot of people are not listening to you. They're not valuing what you have to say. They're not believing what you have to say because they think it's coming from you, not from us. We understand that. But we need you to keep doing this until we tell you to stop, if we tell you to stop. That has been a challenge of mine to keep channeling the same messages over and over and over and over and over and over for years. Do you know how annoying that gets? But I gotta keep sparkling. I gotta keep the light on. I gotta keep doing my work. And if they tell me to unplug from here or whatever, then so be it. It could even be where my whole mission work could change and I stop doing everything that I'm doing right now. But that's for them to decide, not me. Stop looking at things in the 3D world with your connection. If you're thinking your masculine isn't doing the work, it's because you're not doing the work. And you don't need to see the physical proof of your person doing the work. You don't. A true divine feminine Christ is not going to need that proof. She's not going to need to know that the masculine's doing work. And when you assume the masculine isn't doing anything, why are you assuming that if you're doing the work, they're supposed to do it in parallel with you? That's not how these connections work. When the feminine gets so caught up, masculine's not doing the work, masculine's not doing the work, so I'm gonna go with soulmate, so fuck this relationship, blah, 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 blah. You're speaking as a distorted feminine, which means you haven't done your work fully either. Truth. Because a true divine masculine Christ is not going to be concerned with what the masculine is doing or not doing for that matter. Because she's focused on herself. But she also knows that she needs to do her part to empower the masculine in a higher vibration. She needs or he needs to keep the light on so the masculine can still follow her light, to be empowered by it, to be inspired by it, to be motivated by it. Because when he sees what the feminine can accomplish, when he sees that the feminine can deal with her battles and struggles, it gives him the courage and confidence and determination, the willpower, the fortitude to go through his too, to be victorious, just like you have been. But if you continue to be Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, you're going to get a King of Pentacles in the reverse. You don't want that. That's how it works. That's the reality of all. That's Saturn coming in through me right now to tell you, to give you a reality check. Stop looking at things in the physical plane. Bottom of the deck is, I'm planning something really big for you. You'll be shocked. Don't get caught up either. When this thing is, what it is, when it's going to happen, that's not for you to know. It's not for me to know either. But there is an energy that those who are already the queen, fully the queen, okay? You're not getting a million readings on your person. You're not going through a whole bunch of YouTube videos and going to lives and asking about your person and your connection and understanding all this stuff, blah, 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 and you're just doing your mission work. You're doing your thing. You're shining brightly. You are in excellent health. I mean, excellent health, and it shows. You're getting your sleep. You're eating organic food. You're doing your self-care routines all day, every day. You're getting your exercise. You are balancing out your life. You're not overdoing it with anything. Your masculine's got something up their sleeves and they're gonna knock your socks off. You know what's weird? I just heard maybe in the middle of this live or by the time this ends, you might be shocked by something. That's for one person only. That is very specific. This may manifest that fast because somebody here may get a shocking message. Something miraculous will happen. Either it's happening as I'm speaking, or you're going to catch wind of this after this live is done. I want to rebuild a relationship. Please give me that chance. That's the card after that. Okay. Yeah, there's a gift. I have something to give you. I hope you like it. There's a feminine here. Your masculine has a lot to say to you. It's at least one feminine. Okay. I heard somebody has a letter for you. Somebody's been drafting a letter. They've been having it in their drafts in their Gmail. They have a Gmail account, and they're kind of ready to hit send. It might be now. It's because of something you did, something you said, probably today, um, and they're like, "Oh my god," it, like, fueled their fire or something, and it's like, there's a shocking message for something for somebody for sure, or they're gonna come in with a very shocking gift, but I'm getting more it's a very surprising message. It's gonna come out of the blue. It's like an Eight of Wands type of energy, like a tower. Somebody may be experiencing a tower, like, at this moment, after this live is done, or very, very, very soon. There's something with the influence of this Virgo moon that is causing this. That don't get caught up in, wondering, "Oh, let me go check my email now," or something like that. No, and if you don't get an email, you don't get a message, don't be having a droopy face, or don't be waiting up all night checking your email. No. This is something where, like, you're in the middle of something and then something pops up, or you go to bed and you wake up in the morning and you see a text message or you see an email or whatever that is. It could be that, but don't get caught up in that shit because that is only like for one person here. Okay. Yeah, man, it's strong. Oh shit. I just got confirmation of something. Somebody needs to get a good night's sleep tonight because something may come in the morning. That's what I heard. All right, Jason, let's see. What love songs does Jason Person want to dedicate to him at this time? Please and thank you. By the way, if you're watching this, I do have a new reading up on my website. It is for sale for the rest of February. March 1st, all my love readings will no longer be on sale. I have quite a few readings on sale. My love letters from your person, my handwritten letters from your higher self and from a passed on loved one are also on sale. All my love readings are on sale. But the new one that I have is a reading that's only based off of songs. So that reading will entail the song that depicts the energies surrounding your connection. Okay. A song where it depicts how your person is feeling about your connection right now or feeling about you. A song that conveys the energies that you're feeling towards your person, how you view the person, and some other stuff. I think there's also a card that will get pulled with regards to what song really conveys how they really feel about you and what they're really thinking about the connection. Okay, there's like a difference in like a head space, heart space type of thing. Um, there's some other cards I think that get pulled. Like I think there's a love card or something that gets pulled in a message card, like a word message card. But this reading is only based off of love songs. And let me tell you, songs are so deep that you can get a gazillion messages out of. Okay. And I'm pretty sure I'm pretty good with deciphering songs. Thanks, Holy Spirit. Um, I'm good with deciphering songs, but I'm sure I'm gonna be channeling a shit ton of messages off of that one song. So you may want to check that out while it's on sale. All right. It's a very rare reading. I don't think anybody offers that type of reading where I'm answering questions with song cards. Okay. You're gonna get a lot of insight and awareness into your person's uh feelings about you, the connection, all those types of things with just songs alone. And you know what the fun part is? If these songs start to pop up in your Spotify feed, your YouTube feed, you're at Target and you hear the song, Holy Spirit's probably going to start sending those songs to you to get you to realize that that song is actually confirmation of whatever that song is, what question is being answered for that song. Okay. So let's get two songs, and you got two with the hearts behind them. Okay. We have, see, I was talking about a Nickelback song, but this is the other one, Far Away by Nickelback and You've Got a Friend in Me by Randy Newman. All right. You have at the bottom of the deck When You Love a Woman by Journey. Now, Jason, we know you're a man, so just switch it up. Okay? Just switch it up. So we've got Journey, Nickelback, and Randy Newman. These could be like artists or things that this person really likes or you like or whatever. Um, First of all, if you aren't familiar with these songs, you're being encouraged to not just listen to the song, but also read the lyrics. And I mean, really read the lyrics, okay? And see what comes to you on your own. But what I'm getting here is you're thinking with this Nickelback song that your person's so far away. Now, I know your person isn't literally spatially far away from you. In your case, I do get a sense that either one of you may move far away from the other. She may move, you may move, one of those things. That's what I'm picking up on. But you're thinking that like she's not within your reach, even though she's so close by. But what she's trying to tell you is that she's not. And this song doesn't necessarily talk about this, which is why when I'm interpreting the actual messages from these songs, it's going to be different for everybody. I can get like a gazillion messages from these things. So she wants you to know that she's always nearby, right? She may seem far away from you because like you're not talking and you're not actually engaging in each other's, you're not in each other's lives right now in the 3D, which is why with that card, things aren't always what they seem so important. Um, she wants you to know that she's always there. She's not as far away as you think, because spiritually, she's always right by your side. Okay. Um, I'm hearing the song lyric, I've loved you all along. Been far away for far too long. Um, I know it's been a while since you talked to this person. I know this has been a long time since you've had communication. But there's like an issue with forgiveness that she's still struggling with, that she's still trying to deal with, right? So she's got to learn how to come to terms with that on her own, correct? You can't be worrying about when she's going to understand this. So things aren't what they appear. Yeah, see? So uh, did you just pull up that message card? My guys want me to ask you. Anybody who's still here, if you would like something off of the menu, please let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to do it for you. It's not that late. Okay. So my guides wanted me to ask you before I shuffled. So this is coming from your person and my guides and your guides. They want you to be very careful with pulling too many cards on your person because we did get that message, I believe, in the live last night. When you pull too much on their energies, it does annoy them. Okay. So there may be something where you're lacking the faith with the Hierophant in the reverse with regards to seeing if like these mind messages match up with yours type of thing. They're telling me to tell you to be very careful with that because if you do too much of that, they do feel that. She does feel it. And it's going to annoy her. Okay. I'm getting that very strongly. Um, it's kind of like, see, with that energy, with her being far away, even though it's not spatially, it's like she's wanting you to really trust in how you're feeling first and not having to like pull the cards right before I pull the cards or something like that. There's an energy of pulling too many cards or asking for too many readings or something along those lines, like from all over the place. Just be mindful of that because, again, she does feel it. The masculines do feel that. And it's just like, can you please leave me alone? That's what I'm hearing. Be mindful of how often you do this. Okay. So, um, so if you're saying you don't pull often, well, what my guides are telling me is they're asking you, why did you have to pull a card before I was going to pull your cards? There is a little bit of an ego thing here. Okay. Anyway, there is something where she does have this love for you, but she's trying to process it because it ties into the overall energy with the Journey song, When You Love a Woman. Okay. um, you see your world inside her eyes, right? If you know the beginning of that song, Steve Perry talks about how he didn't think he was really going to find love again, right? But it's like, what really is love? So she felt this thing about you, and she's saying, this is different. I feel something very different. And this is a very heartfelt song. It's one of my favorite Journey songs. It's absolutely beautiful. But the message behind it is even more beautiful because this is somebody talking about finding renewed faith and love again, right? And understanding that we are deserving of love, that when we really align with who we really are, we attract that type of love. It's like you got to give that love to yourself in order to receive that love from somebody else. Okay. So, um, so she's really trying to come to terms with this. It's like a love she's never felt before, and it does bring tears to her eyes. It is very emotional for her, right? Because I know what her sun sign is. So, and I was talking about your eyes earlier today. She does see something in them, right? It's something she's never seen before. It's like the eyes are the windows to the soul, right? There's a soul recognition when she made eye contact with you the first time, and it scared her quite a bit. So that's kind of also, I'm also hearing that's why she's been backing away because it's been too much for her. But she's already kind of saying, like, I've loved you all along. This is also like a past life energy where she's saying, she's loved you in past lives too. So just because she's not communicating with you and she's not going to be telling you her undying love for her the way you want, she needs you to understand that she has a different love language, right? It transcends those space and time. It's like, you know, you understanding what this love really is and not looking at it from a 3D point of view, not looking at it from an ego point of view, right? Your lower self. Um, she's also trying to say through that song, she's hoping you'll stick around because she knows it's gonna be a long time before she understands fully what this love is. You kind of already understand for the most part what this type of love is, but she's not going to understand it fully in the way you do, and she's not going to process it the same way you do. All right. The masculine and the feminine process this love in very different ways. Um, so, and with the You've Got a Friend in Me song by Randy Newman, he's saying, I want us to be friends too, which is also probably why she backed off 'Cause it's like, "You know what? Like, let's try to take this slow. I rather wanna see what you do for me as a friend than what you're gonna do for me as a lover," type of thing. Because you can have a lover and you're not best friends. She's, like, trying to see, "Can I be best friends with Jason and be in a romantic relationship at the same time?" Because she's never really had that, okay? So this is also important for you to know, but she wants you to know that She you've got a friend in me. I'm hearing in that lyric, it says, "You're gonna see it's our destiny," right? Her higher self is telling you that you guys are destined to be together, but this friendship thing is more important to her at this time. But she's also trying to get you guys to kind of it's weird to say, but being friends in the spiritual realm. Um, Finding things in common, right? Not just thinking about things sexually or thinking things about romantically, right? She wants to go above that. Um, so I'm also getting an energy where she does like a lot of rock music, but with this Randy Newman song, there's something with the Toy Story movie. Like she likes a lot of Disney movies, is what I'm getting out of this. And people sometimes make fun of her for that. She's kind of, like, afraid of that too from you, even though, like, you'll be like, "Oh, no, I would never make fun of her for that," but remember, you can't expect her to fully understand that. Again, how you perceive this is not how she perceives this. Um, but there's a strong energy here about she likes Disney movies, musicals, something along those lines. Um, she's trying to find what both of you like. Movies, music, what you're passionate about, because that's important to her. She's trying to better understand what common things that you guys have together. Again, with like likes and dislikes. Now, you're not always going to like and dislike the same things all day, every day. But she's looking for something like, how friends are. Friends, you have friendships with people where you like some of the same things, right? You guys like hanging out the same place, or you guys like talking about this topic, or you guys are both into sushi or whatever it is, Mexican food, margaritas, whatever, going to see certain bands, or going to see Journey or something. Um, it's like she's trying to better understand, okay, like while I'm feeling the strong pull to Jason, um, what else is there that we can base this relationship off of, right? What are we gonna do together, like, as friends and not as, like, romantic partners type of thing? Like, trying to incorporate the 2, but doing things that you both love to do, and she's trying to figure that one out, okay? She's also saying that, like, she has this she wants to be there for you like a friend will do anything for you. There's no judgment, there's no second guessing. It's easier for us to be vulnerable in front of friends instead of romantic partners, right? So she's trying to say to you that she wants to be there for you, but she can't do that right now. Because with that Journey song at the bottom of the deck here, it's too strong for her. But she also cannot give you that love yet. She can't be there for you in the physical because she's got to deal with these other things. So let me see. Of course. They want me to look up the Nickelback song. Here we go. She's okay, so now that I'm looking at this, I know what this video is about. Now that I'm looking at this, she has this big fear that she's going to lose you. Oh my God, Jason, I'm picking up on something. She knows something that's going to happen in your future, and she's afraid that like she's going to completely lose you. And I'm being told to be high priestess about this. I can't tell you yet what this is. I'm already seeing something in your future that's gonna probably happen. They're telling me it's gonna happen, and she already knows this. She senses this very strongly, and she's concerned that like you'll be completely out of her life when this happens. So in the Nickelback song, the first verse says, "This time, this place, misused mistakes. Too long, too late. Who was I to make you wait? Just one chance, just one breath, just in case there's just one left." Right? She keeps dreaming you'll be with her, but she hasn't really been appreciating this connection fully. She knows she's made mistakes and she's trying to forgive herself for those things, right? So, but she's gonna have to do that work here. And she's hoping that she can get another go around with you, like another chance type of thing. But again, there's all these things in her life right now that she's trying to better understand. Okay. And she's telling you not to give up because it is going to get more challenging in the future. It always happens when with these connections. Steve Barry. So with the "When You Love a Woman" song, right? The first verse, "In my life, I see where I've been. I see that I'd never fall again. Within myself, I was wrong. My searching ain't over and over. I know that." Right? She's like, "Nah, I don't want to go through this again. But this feels different." But again, she's like backing out because it's like, what is this? How am I going to handle this? But she's seeing something so far into the future, which is what I'm seeing too. And it's just like, I don't want to get to that. I don't want to deal with that. Okay. There's going to be a big thing happening in the future in your connection here. It's going to be a massive test. There is the fear of losing you because of the weight, but there's something bigger than that. Because God's going to do something, and she's already sensing it. So that's what I got from this. There's a whole bunch more here, but my guides were like, "You'll be here for forever." Okay. Like there's a lot. There is a lot coming from those things. I'm picking up on messages from these songs I've never picked up on, but my guides are like, "Nah, you've done enough. You've done enough for now." But yeah, so when you go back and listen to these songs and like reread the lyrics, you're supposed to get additional messages for you. Okay. That's what I'm picking up on. But yeah, I think you already know she always has a lot to say to you. It's like she's building up, or it's like this. I'm seeing like a dam, right? With all this water in it. And her water, her emotions, but there's also words in there. And it's like she keeps saving it or she keeps pouring more water into that section of the dam, and she knows that the dam's gonna break sometime. And she's like, "How do I get these things out there?" Right? Because she's trying to find a way to express them to you, and that's hard, right? It's very hard for her to do, especially she's a Piscean who's been through a lot. God's going to bring someone else in to test you. It might be, but that's not it. That's not what I'm picking up on. Okay, that's what I got. Alrighty. She knows that, Jason, but there's more to that than you just telling her. More than words. Okay? Because right now she doesn't believe that. Not fully. Because you know what, Jason? You're not the first person who's told her that. And I think you know that. I think you know that. She's heard it all before. She's heard it all before. But what you just said right there, you're going to start sending her way different messages than what you just typed. Because she's like, I don't want to hear that from you, Jason. No matter what, my heart belongs with me. She's like, you've got something better, Jason. Because you know what I'm getting? She's telling me to tell you that's not original. So you'll get there. It's this whole you're going to be sending her things and then she's going to get it, but it has nothing to do with letters. It has nothing to do with emails. It has nothing to do with text messages. She's going to fully get it in a very different way. And you're going to get those same things about her in a very different way too. Okay? That's how these connections work. And wait till you get to the end of the challenges because my God, what you will end up experiencing is fucking mind blowing for sure. Okay. Well, I guess you're my only reading for this evening. So funny because it's like it's been quiet the past couple of weeks, but hey, I'm here to shine my light. I'm here to do what God's asked me to do, the archangels have asked me to do, and I know somebody's got something out of this. But yeah, so thank you, Jason, as always. I do appreciate you very much. I do. I know I gotta smack your ass several times, but you know I love you, right? You know. Um, what was I gonna say? What else? No, I think that was it. Okay, cool. It is before 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. All right, guys. Um, that's all I got. So I guess love spankings. That's hilarious, Jason. Like you come up with the quirkiest shit. It's the funniest thing. It's so funny. Look at this. I haven't even finished my tea. See what happens? I'll finish it. Anyway, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Uh, all right, guys. For those of you still looking around, thanks for sticking around. I didn't say this earlier, but not that it matters. If you feel like somebody needs to hear these messages, you know that somebody needs to really start paying attention to their health here. Share this video with someone, okay? Don't be afraid about doing that because you're doing it out of love. If you care that much to send this video to someone and you know that they need to wake up and start taking better care of themselves, you should do that. Okay, you will be rewarded for that. And they may not like it. They may say like I'm fine or whatever, but no, you send it. But this is not sending it to your counterpart. That's not what I'm saying because that's what I'm hearing. You're sending to like a family member or friend or something, or like sharing it on social media or whatever it is. Hey, for those of you who need to take better care of yourselves or you're struggling with your health or something, this is a great, live to watch or something. Share it with people. Because somebody's going to need to hear it that probably won't come across this video. Yeah, so God willing, I'll be here again Saturday night. If you are part of the membership tiers that include the private live streams, it looks like we are holding the Twin Flame support group session this coming week. I don't know if it's going to be Wednesday or Thursday. It might be Thursday. I need to check in with my guides to see what day is going to be better to do the support group session because I do offer support group sessions for the counterparts. So that'll be the last live stream of the week. I do new moon and full moon activations twice a month. It's every 2 weeks. I do offer tickets to those if you're interested to do the new moon in Pisces one. That should be a dreamy one. But I haven't checked in on the other transits that are happening with the new moon in Pisces, so I have to see how that one's going to look. But um, but yeah, so that's what I got. If you have any questions about anything, don't hesitate to contact me. My email is in the description box below. If you would like to get free weekly readings from me, download my free mobile app and you can get some free guidance every week. You even have the option to purchase the extended if you are drawn for that. And if you're a paid member, you get to access all the amazing hours of content, great stuff from the app, one nice centralized location. Each membership tier obviously has different benefits, so you may want to go to capellawellness.com and check the memberships to see what tickles your fancy. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm going to get ready to clear this, put everything away, and get ready for my shower and get ready for bed. Thank you for being here. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend, a fantastic upcoming week. It's the last week of February already. We're approaching March. It's insane. To those of you who are Pisceans, happy birthday. Happy birthday season. If your birthday already passed, happy birthday. If your birthday's coming up, happy birthday. And don't forget to do you all day, every day. It's so important. So important. Focus on self. You. Be careful with focusing too much on your connection with your person, on your other person, because you're putting your energy towards something you shouldn't be putting your energy towards. It should be you should be giving that to yourself. Okay? That's going to be very important because that's going to interfere with not only your work, but their work too. All right? Because they can feel you pulling on their energies. So make sure that you are focusing more of the attention on improving your health, your physical well-being, doing your mission work, all of those things. Okay? All right, guys. I already said all that. Where's the X here? Over here. All right. I don't know why this is backwards. Did I turn the camera? No, I don't think so. Anyway, whatever. Let me see the chat real quick. All right, guys. I love you, little Christ. Have a fantastic evening, day, morning. I'll see you next time. Bye.